This is your faithful Amanda Splatts. No 3D or 2D or anything, because you're gonna be looking at me. Um, this is Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions by Mooncube Games. I believe it's Mooncube. I have to look it up. And for any of you who know, I've kind of made Plastic Duck Simulator part of my identity. I have not fired up that game in a few days because I've been playing this instead. I like to keep something going on my computer. I like to be grinding something while I'm at work or while sleeping, something like that. I like to keep something going. And I'm gonna be a little bit different, Amanda, tonight. I'm gonna try not to curse. Gonna try to keep the brainworms at bay. I'm gonna try to be a little more chill. Because this game is chill. It's beautiful. And I just want to take a little Splattzudan to show off what I love. Because I think that's one of the reasons I kind of started losing the plot about this whole thing. About VTubing and everything. It should be about showing off what you love. Like, regardless of who shows up. Regardless of what happens. Regardless of what problems there may be. About sharing what you love to the world. And over the last 3 or 4 days, I believe, I have been grinding relentlessly at this game. And the grind is effortless. It's actually very relaxing. But not only is it relaxing, it's actually very useful too. It's actually quite nice. Hold on. Just double checking everything. I might have to go ahead and close the Brave window just to free up some resources. But I think so far I don't have much of a problem. I think it's okay. It says the stream is healthy. But, you know me with the 3D games. Nope, now I'm getting an error. I might have to go ahead and move this to the regular game screen. Because that's smaller. Here, let me try changing the resolution. Hopefully this will help. I already set the frame rate to 30 and 30. It may just be the internet connection, so please forgive me, man. So this is Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. Please forgive my potato. What this is, it's kind of a relaxation thing. It's also kind of a work tool, also. You can help out yourself. And you see me just sitting there in the corner. Hopefully I changed the resolution to 70% instead of 100%. See if that helps. I may just have to close Brave. I've got Brave open right now. But it's weird. It might be just something with YouTube because I'm not dropping much frames. So this is Spirit City Session Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi Sessions. And this is you can hear the beautiful music in the background. It's got a carefully curated lo-fi playlist for several different moods. And I think that's one of the biggest draws. But it's got so much else, too. You notice sitting with me here, a couple of cheerful little boys. Little boba fellas. What these are spirits. And what you do is, over the course of doing different activities, creating different things here, you can unlock more spirits that can come out and hang out with you. So I'll show you. We'll go to the wardrobe. You know, that's me, your faithful Amanda Splatts. You can change the body type somewhat. And, chunky or not chunky you are, it's all up to you. Different colors for different things. Um, Head shape and everything. All different hair types. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close Brave just to see if that'll help it run a little better. Because I really want to share this. Even if my little chunky computer won't allow it. Let's see if this helps. Let's see if that helps. Worst comes to worst, I'll go ahead and go back to the main screen and just put it in there. I kind of wanted to go ahead and do a full screen though, because I wanted to go ahead and show you this environment. Kind of give you the whole relaxing feeling. Different eye color, different head parts and stuff, ears and horns and everything. Different eyes. You can change the color of all these also. Mouth and facial hair. And there are a lot of clothing options too. Now the thing about the clothing options, you see a little number next to them, like 100. Those are spirit tickets. And the great thing about this game is you don't have to pay extra for any of this stuff. This is all earned grinding, quote unquote, grinding in game. And it's very simple. It's very simple. You're down to 50 resolution, maybe that'll help. You got the hats and glasses and stuff like that. You get money, quote unquote, the spirit tokens, from just having the game going on in the background or finding little animals and everything. And like I believe there are 1 or 2 DLC packs. They're just like special skins and stuff. But pretty much everything here you could just do by having the game running. Get earned by just having the game running. Great. You can do a couple of different presets. You can create your own character. You can create 3 of your own characters. Like this. Like this. You can do whatever. It's great. Now the big draw of this is your spirit companion. So I've got the little Bubba Boys right now, but they've got all types of I've set it down to 50%. Let's see if this gets it running a little better. The whole notification about it not running properly, that's disappeared. And I think, I'm looking at my phone now, I think it's running okay now. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. I'm sorry about my potato. But like I said, even if it's potato, I wanted to share my love for this with you, man. So this is the guy you start out with. I forget his name, but we can go ahead and look over him in a little bit. This is the guy you start with. And then you find this little guy cleaning up the dust bunnies. Yeah, it looks like it's running smoothly now. Cleaning up the dust bunnies under the bed. You find this little fella chilling by your fireplace. The little fishy boy comes up to your window during a rainstorm. I saved some, trying to make myself comfy right now to help with the whole comfy vibe of this game. I got my vanilla coffee boba. in a mason jar, of course, because I'm Amanda Splatts. Your little trash tanuki. Just jar. Little winter pup. Now I had this for a while, a little blobby dude. This little fella blobs across your desk and picks up your stuff. Cleans up. He doesn't leave any residue though. He's great. Little teapot. Little gamer monkey. You know, like Axolotl? Here an Axolotl with a candle on his head. Here's a little bee. Here's a linkwell. They're just so adorable, man. But I like the boba. These are the boba fish. And you can unlock different colors for your boba fish. I got the traditional boba color for the boba fish. Got over 9,000 spirit tickets right now. So I think I can go ahead and purchase whatever. Alright, here. Let's get some vanilla bobas for the little boba boys. Yeah, I think the stream health is okay now. Let me know if anything is too soft or too loud. I intentionally want it to be a little soft. I'll turn myself down a bit. Because we're trying to go with a softer, more chill vibe tonight. So I got these little boys and a little boba. I got my outfit, and let me show you the pad. So you have different types of music you can listen to. They got different playlists. You know what? Let's try this rainy day playlist. No wait, I think I'm already listening to the rainy day playlist. Let's see. No, I don't think so. And it's just if you eat, it's on sale right now. And trust me, it runs really smoothly. I've got a potato, so please do not be put off if it does not seem to run well or is blurry. I'm trying to get that's how much I love this game. That's how much I wanted to share. I'm doing a gorilla tonight just to share it. Hold on. So you can design your room. That's where these little spirit token comes in. You own them or you can get them just for chilling out. Just let the game run, it'll slowly earn it up. You can also set tasks and timers for yourself. And I'll show you the tasks and timers after I show you the decorations. You can decorate, here's the main wall. I've got the black wall going, but you can buy any of these, like simple black or blue, maybe gray. And like it's tatami, man. And I believe if you buy one of these textures, you keep it for the rest of them. Oh, that's nice. And if I remember right, they actually start you out with like they actually start you out with 600 spirit tickets, and it's absolutely nothing to get the first few. Like, they come out really quick. Like, by the time I had this game a couple days, I was already up to level 20. Just leaving it on overnight and while I was on at work. With that soothing lo-fi love. These side walls. Match the tatami mats. Right there. You see, there's the one I already bought. You get to keep it for all the rest of them. Just gotta remember where it is. This might not be organized the best. You know, actually, I think maybe that's a little too much of the tummy amounts. Let's keep that black. Design the floor. I like the hardwood floor. No, that's a bit much. Yeah, this looks a bit more like quote-unquote real. So let's keep that. The roof. Oh, the roof. I think that matches the best. That wooden roof. Kind of like fixtures. Now, I hadn't done a lot of designing because when I first messed around with the designing, I only had like 300 tickets. Now I've got like over 9,000, literally. Haha, meme number. And let's see what we got. We got Halloween stuff. They got Christmas stuff. I've seen that before, actually. Seen that around. People stringing up Christmas lights as regular lights. I don't know if that's a cool thing. Yeah, just these little candelabras. Little classy. Okay, the beams. I think this matches a little bit more. And beam accents. Accents. That's kind of nice. Little ribbons and lights and There's some yellow ones, yellow and black like your fate. I hear yellow and black like your faithful Amanda Splatts. That's good. Little window, let's match that. Now you see, once you quote-unquote buy a texture, you can use it the rest of the places too. Let's take out the desk. Yellow and black, just like Amanda. But they got old school tables too. Classic tables, wooden tables. I had to get myself the gamer chair because I am epic gamer. You got office chairs, you got old wooden chairs. And you even have, and I thought this was really cool, they have wheelchairs for free. Like, you don't have to earn or unlock the wheelchair, so those are free. And I think that's really a cool nod to the handicapped community. That they're just going to give that for you for free, and I think it's very nice. The wall decor. See if I can step up my date. Notice I got a whole bunch of pandas. Because I could only afford one panda at the time. So I just put that boy everywhere. Yeah, that kind of matches the curtains. I like that, the purple. As much as I like black and yellow, I think black and purple kind of goes together well too. I remember reading something about a color wheel and opposite points on a color wheel. I think it was Carter Malone was talking about it recently. And see, can you get something to match? Nice. And the drink. We got boba tea. I literally have. Well, I got boba coffee. But, you know, who's to say that's not coffee? I got boba coffee. And you know what? I'm in the mood for Makta. Makta. However you pronounce it, Makta. I can't even spell it, much less pronounce it. Every time I try to spell it, it goes out wrong. Now, the panda's adorable, but if it's going to be my desk, I need a light. I need a lamp. I'm an absolute weeb. So this would match the room better, but I just kind of like this better. And it's my own little place, so And it's great. This game, by the way, I believe it's on sale right now for like $8.50. That little wooden side table. Yeah, this one looks a little more functional. I'll take that. And like I said, I'm buying a lot of stuff, but it's all in game, and it's all you rack these up really fast. Like I said, I've only been playing this game for like 3 or 4 days, and I could buy pretty much everything that's in here because I just keep it running overnight and while I'm at work just to get those lo-fi vibes going because I need that. You know what? Let's branch out and get more than one kind of panda. I will purchase many pandas. Pandas are beautiful, magical creatures, but I've heard that they're not bears, though. Like, you call them a panda bear. Or no, that's my bad. That's a koala bear. Koalas aren't bears. Speaking of bears, there is a VTuber panda who I've recently become aware of, who I like quite a bit, by the name of Susan, Lazy Susan, LZY Susan. She's a retro gamer. She's a panda. She's a bear. She's an adult. She's very chill, and she even brews her own beer. So check her out, LZ Susan. That's so nice. She plays like Earthbound and Mario and stuff. Let's go over to the bed. I just randomly picked stuff for the bed last time. I think now that I've got the money, I can do it. Although I do love the old slatted wood, board wood aesthetic. Old world reminds me of this old restaurant I used to go to called Cracker Barrel. Long time ago, back in Florida. They had a lot of them in Florida, apparently. I think they're all across the world. Like, I know Markiplier's done a video about Cracker Barrel. But it reminds me of this it's like this old world aesthetic. They had old aluminum signs and advertisements and the wooden design. Oh, that's kind of neat. Little mouth pillows. That's a little too lewd. Ooh, I like that. It's a nice kind of Southwest look. Yeah, different color. Oh, we're getting into the spoopy and the Christmas ones. This must have come out pretty recently because it's got both spoopy and Christmas options. I kind of want something yellow, just to match the whole aesthetic. The way that Amanda dresses is kind of the way I dress also in real life. I like to wear black, but then on top of that black, I like one spot of color somewhere, like a colorful tie or a colorful undershirt or a colorful hat. Just one little splotch color, everything else is black. Just kind of draw your attention to that color. Wall stuff. Oh, that's cute. Little bears, sure. Get some plushies in here so I can dampen the audio a little bit. Side table. I think I already have side table. Let's get that Chinese lamp I bought, or the Japanese lamp that I bought. Ooh, I could have a violin like my, like Fujikura Uruka. And I need a lamp in the morning. And now this is my favorite section, the bay window. Oh, and in case you have like multiple people or you want to do multiple things, you can have up to 3 different presets. Just like with the characters. In fact, you could if this takes off and I can get it to run without my system being so junky, I might actually do a stream and let y'all help me shop. Like, you got the city, you got forest, you got night, you got the spoopy and the Christmas stuff. You know, I'm here to chill though, so I'm gonna stay with the cityscape. Because the city is a lot different from the desert. I don't need anything too fancy. Let's just get him in yellow. Yellowish, that's fine. Cushions. I think I already bought the cushions. Is this one a better color? No, it's more orange. No, it's fine as it is. Yeah, I got the coffee boba there. I already got the hanging lights. Let's see if anything else looks better with those, though. With those yellow ones. Oh, that's kind of nice. Little yellow hanging lights. Side table. We'll keep the green panda there. We put the other two pandas by the desk. We'll keep that green one there. The fireplace. I don't use the fireplace too often, but I do end up using the way that this works in uncovering these little guys. You do have to use every place and every option, and I'll show you that once we're done designing here. It's not going to be a huge epic stream. Just wanted to show you this little game that I fell in love with a few days ago. Yeah, you can see most of these fireplace options are obviously Christmas themed. I got a donut for a chair. Well, I told you, I don't eat sugar that much. Like, I almost never have sugar if I can help it. Like, I think the boba is about the most sugar I take in. But I do love a Boston cream donut. Because it's funny, the only kind of donut I'll eat is the kind that doesn't actually have a hole in it. It might not be considered conventionally a donut, more of a pastry. So, like, what if you just want to sit on it? Got a couple rugs here underneath. Wall decor. Do I want to look like an intellectual with a whole bunch of books? A little vision board there. Little hanging garden. You know, I think I like that little bit of greenery. And over here, I got those shelves set up. Classic bookshelf. Those are the iron ones. Yeah, the little kind of iron ones. Like just like a particle board and a few beams. That's nice. Let's get the side table. Let's get the matching side table from the bed. A little bit of continuity. Side item. And some open books. Because if the books are open, people will think you're an intellectual because you're reading them. Oh, little normal bears. I can get this little cute little fella. Why not? Get the dampen the audio. Okay, just checking the stream. I think it's okay. I think if I set, like, it does look a little blurry, but if I set it down to like 50% rendering, because it runs on my computer fine, but streaming it is the problem. So I think we're good. Hold on. Very quickly. Because I've always got my phone going. Just to make sure the stream doesn't die or I don't get copyright smacked or something. And I'm especially a little worried because of all the copyrighted music I'm playing, not copyrighted music playing now, but they say in the advertisement that this is streamer friendly. And I trust them. I trust them saying it's streamer friendly, but I get a little worried because, I got my BGM played 1 or 2 times, and that's royalty-free music from Pixabay. So I trust these guys here at Movement Studios. I just don't trust YouTube. Hold on. Just trying to be comfy. Thought we might do a little Zatsu once I finish showing everything off here. So, now you get the lighting. Morning. I believe when you first open this up, it automatically sets to the time clock. You can choose the time of day depending on how you feel. And you can see the full view, but I really do prefer close-up views. So here's a fireplace. You get your little friend here. You can give him a hug, give him a little headband, let him know you care. You're typing, writing like I do. It's been a while since I've written stuff down with a pen or pencil. That hasn't been for work. That's just been for creativity. Back when I used to book wrestling shows, I would write stuff down in a little notebook. I had cards and stuff, plan stuff, because I try to set up leagues and tournaments and things like that. But mostly I type. Like, even off stream, mostly I type. It's just easier to keep everything organized once it leaves your head. Take a little sip. Now, knitting is apparently surprisingly popular. I don't know what it is. Like, I've heard knitting a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of knitting kits around. I didn't know it'd be that popular. Oops, sorry. Or, gamer. Just a gamer. We got this really, really nice desk. Gamer chair. Got little boba boys here. And my little mocked green tea boba in a milk tea boba in a mason jar. Because I'm classy like that. Do some typing. I can't draw, so this obviously isn't me. Over many different periods of my life, I have tried drawing. I just can't. I think that's maybe one of the reasons I rely on those AI artworks that I put in all my thumbnails. Because I just try to... I'm not good at drawing, but I try. And of course, gamer. Very simple puzzle game. Of course, with me, it'd be a controller. I try to use a controller if I can. Now the bed. Now, when I have this on overnight to listen to the lo-fi to help me get to sleep, this is always what I do. I have little boba boys hanging out with my feet. I got the one black sock and white sock. I like that. Get reading. I haven't read a lot of real books, quote unquote, lately. I've got a stack of them, but they're not like novels. They're actually like I've got a copy of Final Fantasy artwork compendium, Final Fantasy 1 through 6. Like it's all the sprite work, all the pages and stuff. I forget what it's called. It's like Ultimate or something. Final Fantasy 1 through and just to go over the early history of the series before it really took off with 7. It's so cool to see that because 4 and 6 were the ones I played the most. Final Fantasy 4. I was going to stream Final Fantasy 4 as my first big long form series, but I couldn't get a good bead on which version to get, whether to get the remaster or the 3D remake. So I just ended up doing West of Loathing instead. That was an amazing series. Browsing, just online, or gamer. Lots of gaming options. And this is my favorite. The bay window. I think this is the most aesthetically pleasing. Because it's what I'd fucking... Oh, I'm sorry. It's what I would do. Just staring out the window of the world. Just lay down and read. Meditation. Oh. Did you hear that? There's a little circle going around. I'll let you know what that is in a minute. You're just staring and looking out. And knitting again. I'm surprised, like I said. I've heard knitting has become real popular again. I'm really surprised. I didn't know. But I've seen knitting things at Walmart. Other stores, little crochet kits. I've seen advertisements for crochet kits on YouTube. And during the very few circumstances where I don't have access to my ad lockers. And crochet, I don't know. No, I do know. No, I would not be coordinated enough to knit. I wouldn't have the patience. I wouldn't have the hand-eye coordination. Like, I think that's one of the reasons I don't do, like, a full-body tracking or anything. Because you don't want to see how this thing actually moves. You really don't. I'm a broken-down old hag. I'm fine with it. So you got the lighting, activities, wardrobe decor. And but now before we get to the spirits, I want to show you a couple other things too. We got sounds. You can add sounds to any scape. You got the rain. And you can slide how loud it is. You have the rain going. You can have thunder. And I do love how it changes the background scape too. Snowstorm. Maybe we won't do the snowstorm. Maybe that's a little too much for people right now. I've got friends living on the East Coast, and they're telling me it's getting really bad, like they're getting snowed into their homes. Got a couple of flavors also getting snowed in and everything. Please stay safe. Like here in the desert, we don't actually have to deal with snow. So I'm not having that problem right now. But almost everyone I know in the area is, so I'm playing. Be safe, please. Take any precaution you can. Alright? Be very careful with how you heat yourself, too. So we got keyboard typing. You hear that enough on an Amanda Splatts stream anyways. Ooh, this kind of blew my mind. You can just get your grill going. I got a little griddle recently. It's nothing huge, it's nothing fancy, just a little griddle. You can put, because I don't have a lot of, like in this little one room studio motel room at the Motel California. I don't have a lot of space for stuff. So I get these little one person cooking solutions. I get a little griddle. Just heat it up. I gotta be careful though, because I don't want to set off the smoke detector. But yeah, just heat up like a little meat or I like to pour eggs. I get the liquid eggs. I really don't like regular eggs. They're just too much mess. I know the liquid is a little more expensive, but I'm willing to pay that price for the convenience and keeping down on the mess. Just looked into the city. Listen to the ocean going. It's very nice, very peaceful. Let's see what else. Listen to vinyl. Although I think there's already, I don't know about that. There's already a lot of vinyl in these lo-fi songs. So you got the music, you got the sounds, you got the different backgrounds, you got customization, everything. You got a little spirit bar here that gauges how many spirit tokens you get. It lets you buy little extras and everything. What'll I be doing? I'm just looking out. Like I said, if it doesn't look great, please don't blame them. This looks amazing. But I'm running it on a potato, so I'm running like 50% resolution. And they give you that option. It's great. So even people who are running potatoes can enjoy. And now these are the most interesting thing. Not only is this lo-fi and chill and build a little place for yourself, they have productivity tools. You can make yourself a to-do list. A list. Desert thing. Desert. What do I need to do tomorrow? Tidy. What do I need to do tonight? Tidy up kitchen. Clean mason jars. What else? Gotta run the computer duster over all my work equipment. Gotta take care of that too. That won't take too long. And you can make your own little list right here. You can't see it because of the chat taking up a section, but it's really nice. Also, now there's a little like Pomodoro timer or something. I've heard a lot about this. Now I don't know if it's a big thing right now. If it's sorry. I don't know if it's a big thing right now. The little Apple timer thing. But you can set up timers for your work sessions, and it helps with your productivity too. Because that's what the whole, I forget, I think it's Pomodoro or something like that, the timer. It's a productivity tool. And I believe this has been proven, don't quote me on this, but I believe this is scientifically proven. I know it's what works for me. Set a timer with a certain amount of time you work, and then a certain amount of time to break. Because if you just cram and study for hours and hours at a time, you're not going to remember what you studied in the middle. It's just good to pace yourself. So we got that timer. That's really nice. You can track your habits too. You can really use this to change a lot and track a lot. And I think I want to start doing this. Like, this is not a New Year's thing or anything. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I don't. And the reason I don't make New Year's resolutions is because I believe that New Year's resolutions are really just a joke. Like, they have, like, the whole joke about joining a gym membership, etc. Nah, it's arbitrary just to assess yourself once a year, just because the calendar started over again. It's good to reassess yourself regularly. Like, my anniversary coming up, January 17th, my 6-month anniversary. I'm trying to reassess how I want to do the Amanda Splatts project, what I want to do with it, what I want to focus on, etc. And I don't want to pontificate too much about that here, because that's not what the stream is supposed to be about. I might be taking marshmallows for that stream, I might not. But it'll have been 6 months since I started streaming. And I want to go back and take a look at how far I've come. And what I want to focus on in the future. Now, I was hoping to get 100 viewers by then. I'm at like 85 right now. But I understand with the break I had to take over Christmas/New Year's. And with a lot of outside mitigating factors, that's probably not going to happen. It'd be cool if it did, but it's probably not. I fully understand that. I may try doing just one marathon stream. But before I go ahead and start yapping, you can do journal entries too. I want to try this. Like, y'all are never going to see it. I'm probably going to put personal stuff in here. Like real life stuff, work stuff. Like, this isn't going to be a Amanda Splatts thing. This is going to be a me thing. But yeah, there's productivity and there's a whole lot of mindfulness like that. It's relatively cheap for what it is. It's a very nice deal for what it is, especially with the whole lo-fi radio going. Now, before I get to yapping, I want to show you the big hook, the Spirit Index. So, you see the little boba boys there. I'll go back to wardrobe, show you more of them. Little boys, little fellas. Spirit companions is what they are. Get a little yarn spider, showing with a ball of yarn. Little teapot feller. A little Jiangxi with a post-it note. I thought that was actually really innovative. Got a little bookworm. A little book. Let's go with a little globby boy. Globby boy was the one I had first. Ooh, that's coffee. Let's go. Let's make him coffee flavored globby boy. Little coffee boy. You notice he's got a little stapler and little paper clips and stuff in there. It's cute. That goes into his lore. These little things are lore. Little hug to the globby boy. He's feeling love. So, this is the big hook. Other than the productivity things, this is the big hook. It's called the Spirit Text. As you play, as you keep going on and earn more spirit levels, you unlock these little spirits. This is the guy you start off with. They give you Lenny. They give you this guy. He's a shape-shifting cat spirit, although come to think of it, I don't know if they're originally a cat or it's just their present form. Supposed to ask that one of these days. Larry goes by the pronouns he, they. After transferring here as part of the Spiritographer exchange program, Larry greeted me as I... Hold on. Larry greeted me as I stepped off the train. Lenny. My apologies, Lenny. They've been assigned to be my guide around the city. They've been helping me with my spiritography studies. Lenny's becoming a valuable friend. I couldn't match a better companion for my studies in Spirit City. So that's the guy you start with. They give you him at the beginning. And the rest of them you unlock very simply. The rest of them you unlock just through certain areas. Just chilling in certain areas. With certain things going on. Goopy, goopie. Oh, sorry, I had to... Let me resize this. I had to resize it. I had to max it out so I could read it. My vision is... I had a long day at work today, man. Here, this should be better. Be better for you. I'll resize it when I put it back. I had a long day at work. My eyes are kind of sore, so I just went ahead and maxed it out so I could read it a little easier. The goopy. Have you ever thought to yourself that desk looks a little cleaner even though you swore it didn't tidy it? You might have a goopy to thank for that, a gelatinous spirit that travels across flat surfaces, sucking up dust and crumbs, and loose objects to digest later. Despite their viscous residence, goopies leave no residue. So many people welcome just a place with a vacuum. Just be careful you leave your stapler. This diet does not discriminate. Man's got a stapler with him, that's fine. He can have it. I don't have much of a use for it. Now, I unlocked him at the desk. Like, I believe you have to be at the desk for a while and he'll eventually show up. It says right here, different sounds, different activities, and different lighting. We'll lure them out. So we just have to have either the right sound or the right activity or the right lighting going. And you just wait. You just chill. Here's arachnid. You had to do, I believe, knitting by the fireplace. Don't quote me on how I unlocked them. I'm not 100% sure. But they tell you in a very, very simple clue how to unlock them. And when you've started unlocking them, it actually glows up. So it's actually kind of easy. In Spirit City, you find a web spun of yarn in your attic means you're sharing your home with an arachnid. These crochet cuties are drawn to homes that are full of creativity, and you're lucky enough to attract one. You want to do everything you can to keep it around. They spin beautiful threads of endless yarn to entice smaller spirits to their webs. But don't worry, once you've knitted them a small sweater, they send the spirit on its way. Having a arachnid means probably never run out of knitting supplies. I'm not coordinated enough to knit. I know it. I freaking know it. But here's the ones I've been using, the boba poles. Little boba boys. Little boba fellas. Boba poles are extremely social, usually gather in clusters, communicate with each other through emphatic communication. Squishy to the touch, boba poles need constant moisture to retain their round shape. Just like boba. Moreover, they seem to thrive on high energy levels. They're known to splash and play in the desk side drinking cups in an effort to raise the morale of others, such as when they sense someone needs an afternoon boost to get a second wind towards their work. It's so adorable, man. Got a little waxolotl, who is a candle. A little axolotl candle. You got Futuru, who's a Jiangshi with a little post-it note. Helps you get things done. A little trash panda here, the Trash Nuki. Trash Nukis are playful, shape-shifting spirits. Enjoy some picky eaters. They choose to only consume food that has been tossed away. Trash Nukis are known to shape-shift through garbage bin to collect leftovers and dry the day, then sort their spoils for any tasty treats. Process seems to be soothing for them as they organize trash in the proper bins. Now, okay, so go and put that back and resize everything. So I can go ahead and keep an eye on the proper resolution. Everything's going back now. I think it's going to be alright. Might have messed up a little bit there. Looks like everything's clear now. Now, as far as there, you notice I've unlocked most of them, but not all of them. I could get the rest in like maybe a day. Probably do that tomorrow while I'm at work. But here you go. My vinyl player has been acting up lately, skipping beats when I'm nearby. So it looks like there is a vinyl background. I believe that's how we unlock this one. This one says, as I start my day in quiet meditation, sometimes I sense another presence eyeing me cautiously. So there's the meditation. That's why it made a little sound when we were doing the meditation activity. And during cool autumn nights, something can be seen stalking the skies. The sounds of the other nocturnal creatures herald its arrival. Well, let's do the vinyl guy first. Let's go and look at the vinyl guy. Go back. The activity. Because you unlock them by choosing the right sound, or the right lighting, or the right activity, or a combination of the three. So, he said vinyl. However, even though the vinyl's going, the Spirit's Dex is not rotating. You get a little rotate around here once you start unlocking it. We might have not unlocked it. It takes a while once you've started to unlock them. It takes a little grind. But that's fine. Because you get to listen to lo-fi while you do it. So, oh, there it is. So he's hanging out here by the... Because no matter what activity I choose, it's still spinning. He doesn't do that at the desk or the bed or the bay window. So if I sit at the fireplace long enough, do some writing. Fine. Thank you, Gooply. Very cool. Smells like coffee too. So if I just wait here long enough, now that the Spirit's Index thing is rotating, we will eventually unlock another spirit. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know if it's tied to the spirit bar up here. But it does tell you, you are summoning a spirit. Patience is key. Even after you choose the correct thing, the correct status, you just gotta wait. You just gotta chill. And this thing is all about chill, and it's all about being productive. Both. So that's the main base of the game. It's got productivity tools, it's got a lot. It's got a lot of stuff that I've just been using it for the cute aesthetics and the character creation. Because character creation is easily one of my favorite genres. Okay, it looks like it's going smoothly now. Anyone who was actually watching, you can look at the screen again, it's going smoothly. Although I've shown you, until we unlock the next couple spirits, I've shown you all you need to see. So hold on, let me finish off my dinner. go ahead and clean these out as soon as finish. Because I don't want to get bugs here. Like, you got to be careful, because even if you're being fastidious and you're taking care of, like, there's no bugs or roaches or anything, might be careful. What if your neighbor isn't? So I try to be actually fastidious about it. You need to take out my trash bag in the morning too. I'll add that to the list. Alright, that's a good one. Go. And you can get little spirit points for doing those tasks too. Like I said, I don't know if, like, the longer you play, the longer it takes to summon these spirits. We might not see one today. I wanted to yap a little bit. Like, I think no one's here right now, or very few people, but I wanted to yap a little bit. I didn't want to go too into detail about the future of the Amanda Splatts project, because I want to save that for the 17th. I actually went ahead and got the day off from work, because usually I'm working on Fridays, and I thought, oh, if they give me that Friday off, they'll have me work that Wednesday, or that's it. No, they just gave me the Friday off. I'm just working 4 days that week, and that's fine. My sick leave should cover that. Because if you tell them early enough, give them enough time, they'll let you know. Or they'll go ahead and approve. For all the problems I've been having with my job recently, and all the issues I have with how they do things, they have been great when it comes to discussing my schedule and helping with my schedule. Because, like I said in the past, I've been at Desert Salt LLC for like 6 or 7 years. Since before the pandemic. Which I know is not a very chill, lo-fi thing to talk about. But I didn't lose an hour or a day of work during that whole thing. When some people lost their jobs and a lot of places closed down. So I do kind of feel a little bit of loyalty towards them for that. I mean, I know they're a corporation. I know they're the big company. And they shouldn't care about me. But I feel like it's important right now that they have done right by me in the past. And I gotta remember that, because I'm not happy with some of the stuff they're doing now. I won't go too into it, because I don't want to dox myself. But, like, it's just, we're in a transitional period right now, just transitional section. And we're just gonna see how things pop out once we get off the other side. I know I'm not good enough or talented enough to do this, the VTubing thing regularly. I definitely don't have the rig for it. But if worse comes to worse and Desert Salt LLC does close down, I've got a couple other job prospects and I got some savings, so don't worry about Amanda Splatts, I'll be okay. You should never worry about Amanda Splatts, honestly. You should take care of yourselves. Like any effort you would put into caring about me or worrying about me, you gotta put it into you. Because I'm just a streamer, man. I'm not even a streamer. I'm a writer who occasionally streams. So, you can't... And it's not a parasocial thing. Like, I know that word gets bandied about a lot. It's not a parasocial thing. But you need to take care of yourselves. I've seen when people get too concerned over people who don't exist. or people that don't know they exist. And it gets scary, man. It gets scary. How you doing, little deeply? Good boy. Good boy. Something's rattling around. I wonder if that's part of the background track. Did I leave any of the sounds on? Oh, I left the vinyl on. Oh, wait. Oh! That's what I'm unlocking right now. The little vinyl guy. Oh, that's neat. I didn't notice that the background changed when you were starting to summon a spirit. So yeah, the vinyl. Yeah, like here, right here. Oh, I don't want to show it again just in case it resets. I don't know if I accidentally missed the timer. But yeah. Something I've been... There's something I'm currently doing, and I need to stop it. I've shown you all the... Okay, for those of you who are watching the VOD or came here just to check out the facets of this game and how nice it is, what it is, you might want to go get it. It's on sale right now for like $9. It's a great deal. But for those of you who just want to learn about the game, I'll bid you adieu because we're going to go and start talking more about Amanda Splatts than the game itself. Because I've shown you all the amazing features. I've shown you the great stuff. So, I'm just going to go ahead and chat right now. But I don't want to chat about certain things. Because there's some things I want to bring up. There's some things I want to bring up. I want to hold off until the 17th. But I'll go ahead and put, since this is supposed to be a comfy stream, I'll go ahead and put your mind at ease. Right now, barring some kind of traumatic event, I do want to keep doing this. I've got stuff planned all the way until March. Until my birthday in mid-March. But I do want to change what I'm focusing on. I think maybe the things I wanted to do coming in, things I wanted to focus on coming in, they're not the type of things I want to do now. Not the places I want to go now. So, this next part, I think I maybe go for an hour. You can chat. Feel free to chat in the chat if you want to say hi. I always like meeting new. I want to try to get new people in. I want to start pushing my streams as raw and as simple as they are. I want to start showing them to new people. I want to start letting more people know about the Amanda Splatts project and how much I love VTubing. How much I love this community that's taken me in. And FlaVR, man. FlaVR. Oh my god. FlaVR has been such an incline over the last year or so. It's been great. Like the last 6 months or so, especially. People like Cara Malone and Susie Blue and Choka Minato we recently added. Chica Champon. If I forget your name, please blame my head and not my heart. But that's also a great part. We've added so many people over the last year. Like I think Lulu and Soul Health. That I know before I came in, things were bad in FlaVR. Things were really bad. And a lot of people left. But I think that's behind us now. I think FlaVR right now is in a better position than it's ever been. I feel like it's stronger than it's ever been. Because it's a bunch of people just sharing their passion and doing things differently. And that's why a month into my tenure here, I changed my name from Amanda Splatts to the Amanda Splatts Project. Sorry. Just to kind of help crystallize that I don't want to do things a little differently. I just didn't want to stream games at the time. Although a lot of the games that I loved were dirt cheap, and my rig could actually run some of them. I think I now have a better idea of what I can and can't run, what I can and can't stream. It looks like anything that's two-dimensional, anything 2D. Like I've run Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I've streamed Skullgirls. I've streamed Vampire Survivors, which has tons of stuff on it. But stuff, and that's why I get worried that this upcoming, I'm doing golf with friends with Kara Senpai on Wednesday afternoon. I get a little worried that I won't be able to stream it, but I've already set everything to potato. Plus, I've streamed the Half-Life game. I've streamed Half-Life 1 and 2. I've streamed the Orange. I got the Orange box dirt cheap. I got Portal with that. Team Fortress 2. So hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. If not, we can just stream Kara's perspective, because that's not a problem either. Yeah, I'm getting a better. As far as games go, I feel like I'm getting. I tried to stream Death Jack a couple nights ago. That put the nail in the hypothesis, and the stream today, of course, put the nail in the hypothesis that it's 3D gaming. Streaming 3D games, that's the problem. Now, Jet Set Radio ran fine, and Knights ran fine, but those are emulating old video games. I can believe they're emulating the Dreamcast games. So, it's just a lot of experimentation, and that's one of the things I love about FlaVR. You have the freedom to experiment. You have the freedom to try different things. It's great. You can do what you want, man. We got Susie Blue, who's playing Factorio and doing IRL streams. We got Gwen Lamone, who was doing all kinds of stuff, like classic history and swords and things like that. You got Chica Champon, who is doing the fighting game stuff, that really obscure fighting games. It's great stuff. You got Kara, who's doing a little bit of everything. Kara, who's just absolutely amazing doing everything. You've got Lulu, who's doing the PS1 games, chilling with those. That's one of the reasons I dropped Splatter Days for my Saturday night spot. And like, I don't want to bore people too much. Be happy to chat with people if they show up. But I know it's a weird time, and I know I dropped this link like 10 minutes before the stream, so I understand if no one even knows I'm live right now. But, and I gotta be careful too. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I got myself something to do and I shouldn't do. And something I promised myself I wouldn't do at the beginning of the Amanda Splatts project. And that is catch myself looking at the numbers. One of the big reasons I changed the name to the Amanda Splatts project is because it wasn't supposed to be about the numbers. Okay, just spice things up a little. The Amanda Splatts project isn't supposed to be about numbers. It isn't. But I have caught myself over the last week or so. I have my phone going to stream at the same time. I keep my phone going at the same time so I can see if I get like copyright struck or something, or something crashes or something isn't going live. And it's gotten to the point where I also keep an eye on the CCV now. How many people are like? I thought closing Brave while I would stream would kind of help curb me of that habit of getting obsessed over the numbers and everything, but it hasn't. It hasn't. And that's one of the reasons I want to change the name from the Amanda Splatts to the Amanda Splatts Project. It's because it's not supposed to be about the numbers. It's supposed to be about me doing VTubing a little differently. And I found myself falling in the same old traps, trying to get more and more viewers. When I tried to honestly just be organic and do things my way. It's kind of not that's kind of not how it's working out, though, unfortunately. I want to grow. I want to get more eyes on the project. But I also want to do it my way. I want to do it my way. I want to... I think, like I said, I don't want to get too into it. I'm saving a lot of this for the 17th. But it just became so easy to stream a lot of the games I love, like the classic fighting games, the SNK King of Fighters, Last Blade, stuff like that. It became so easy to stream because when I premiered, it was during EVO, the Worldwide Fighting Game Tournament, and I was able to get all these fighting games I loved growing up for 80 to 90% off. It was amazing. So I could share those. I loved, and one of my earliest big successful streams was King of Fighters 98. I was looking for something to stream long form, and I got hit West of Loathing, which was low resources, but brilliantly written, very smart combat mechanic, lots of stuff to do. It was amazing, man. I loved it. West of Loathing. I've really been tempted to get Shadows over Loathing, which is West of Loathing but H.P. Lovecraft. But I don't know. I've got a few potential RPGs to do. Like, I've still got Half Minute Hero 2. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. But I find myself again getting obsessed over the numbers. When I know half of it is my fault and half of it is just arbitrary. Like, I stream weird stuff, I stream obscure stuff, and I stream at the time of night where, like I've said before, that my main audience is other FlaVR members, and I end up streaming when Pippa's streaming, or other people. Like, I don't feel like I should have to tailor my streams around when other people stream, and that goes well. And I know Pippa wouldn't want me to change what I do just to please her or try to get around her. It's great because Pipkin, even though I don't watch her that much anymore, she was instrumental to me being Amanda Splatts. I did speak up during that one stream she did about how to be a streamer on a budget, and I took a lot of what she said to heart. Didn't buy stuff that I didn't think would use after. Because getting a rig and getting the internet and everything, good steady internet, all of that I would have used, even if I didn't become a streamer, all of that I would have used anyways for work from home. Because it got to the point where I could no longer justify a 15-hour, 20 hours a week commute going from Desert Salt LLC for what they were paying me at the time. I just couldn't do that. So finally working, and in the end it wasn't my decision. There was a security breach at work. And they said, Amanda, we know that you like coming to the office, but we can't. We're not sure it's safe if you're alone there. Because we've had that security breach that you warned us about that happened. So they went ahead and started that. And I've been working from home now, and it's amazing, man. I've got so much in my life, man. Like, I could go out and just take a nap or chat with my neighbors after work. I'm not worried about paying money for a new. Oh, I've saved so much money on carpooling Ubers and stuff since I started working from home. I've saved so damn much. It's. I'm sorry. I was determined not to curse this stream because I'm trying to be a little chill, a little comfy, a little lo-fi. And it's been great. I've had more time to be creative. And I've had more time to practice self-care too, because those of you who know me from the beginning, and those of you who may have known me in the past, know that I didn't practice self-care. Like, I burnt the candle at both ends, and then I stuck an extra wick on the side of it, because I didn't care much about myself or my life. I had the feeling where if I just burnt out, ended up destroying myself in the service of someone else, and that was okay, because I didn't matter. And coming to FlaVR, and having all these people here who cared and were interested in what I was doing, I feel like that really helped. And have the people actually show interest in me and like what I do. Now, the dew has been off the lily for a couple months now. I'm not the new kid in town by any means. There have been a lot of great people who've shown up since then. So I've had to earn my keep, and I think I have earned my keep. Like, I'm not a big superstar. I feel like I've earned my keep. And I know I'm evolving. I know things are getting better. Like, and this goes back to I'm all across the board, but I didn't have a plan tonight after showing all the stuff off. I was just going to talk for a couple hours. I didn't have a plan tonight. Just talk until I'm tired. Or until the stream crashes. But yeah, I got Monero over the numbers. And I need to not do that. Because I feel like after the karaoke stream on Saturday, I need to clarify why I decided to stop doing Splatterdays. Like, I was gonna save that for the 17th, but I feel like maybe in case anyone was worried about how that ended, I think I need to clarify that now. Saturday, Splatterday, was initially set up so I could kick out a stream at the end of the night after my work and go as long as I wanted to because I was off in the morning. It's baked into my contract that under no circumstances whatsoever can I work Sundays. No circumstances whatsoever. That is baked into my contract. They cannot violate that. And under no circumstances Sundays. But now that I'm actually streaming on Sundays as well, there's really no need for it. Like, I would do a late night Splatterday stream for like 2 or 3 hours, get 2 or 3 hours of sleep, literally about 2 or 3 hours, if that. I've had a whole bunch of 36 slash 48 hours moments, and then do a 7 a.m. stream. Now, I like the 7 a.m. streams. I love them. They let me focus. Because I do best early in the morning. I do my best work then. Problem is, I can't be doing that if I'm overnight too. And I know I'm not supposed to mention over the numbers. I'm not supposed to focus on the numbers. But the numbers bear that out. Because there are some Splatterday streams where I get 5 or 6 views. And then the next Sunday, 5 or 6 hours starting at 7 a.m. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, time you think people wouldn't watch, I'd get like 150 views. Wednesday morning to Wednesday afternoon, doing Fire Pro Wrestling was by far my most popular stream. got over 300 views on a Wednesday morning, which you would not think was prime time for streaming. So I found out that I could be successful streaming at the times I want to stream, which is super early in the morning, and not having to stream when I think I need to stream, which is Saturday night. It just, like, now that I know that I can stream early in the morning, Sunday morning or Wednesday morning on my 2 days off, I don't need to stream super late nights anymore. So, as much as Splatterday was an institution of early Amanda Splatts, it just doesn't serve a purpose anymore. So, going forward, the plan is 2 streams on Wednesday and 2 streams on Sunday. Sunday morning streams will be streams for me. Streams what I like to do. Streams that like, I don't care about the numbers and stuff like that. It's just things I need to do to keep me sane. Like the Fire Pro and the writing stream. I think I'm going to do a writing stream in a couple of weeks. Like this upcoming Wednesday morning, it's going to be Mega Man 2 and 3. Because I love retro games too. But the next week after that, I think I'm going to do writing. I want to do writing on the same week that I have the big assessment. And for those of you who saw that the thumbnail for that the 17th stream was up, don't worry that there's nothing booked after it. I wasn't sure whether or not I would be done with BlazBlue or not. As soon as I go and start booking for the week, I will go ahead and book the BlazBlue, because it looks like Central Fiction is just going to take a total of 4 streams, and I've done 2 of them already. I'll do the next set of fights next time, and then the last set of fights the last time. So yeah, the morning ones will be the ones for me. Easy games, classic games, writing, trying to be creative. Wednesdays, I'm going to try to be creative. Unless I'm doing retro games, just to get an ease of mind, like I am this week. And then in the afternoons, or the evenings rather, more stuff for you. Like collabs and more popular games. Of course, a gorilla can happen anytime, a collab can happen anytime. Like, I was thinking of doing 7 and 7 streams, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. But me and Malone are playing golf at 4, which is his regular time. So, it's just Saturday just wasn't feasible anymore. So, instead of just trying to force it to work, I just dropped it. And maybe that goes to my stubbornness. Maybe that goes to me trying to force what I want into the world and people not paying attention. But it just, if I'm breaking my back to do a Saturday stream and nobody's coming in, I don't mind breaking my back. But I prefer breaking my back on a day off, so I don't have to worry about everything else, so I can get sleep. Now, as far as karaoke's go, those are probably going to be some of the early morning stuff, because I feel the creativity and the soul when I sing. Plus, I think it kind of be funny to... So if you hear me singing in my morning voice, which is actually worse than what you're hearing now, so just imagine, right? I wonder if changing my position resets the spirit next time. Just some typing. I wonder what the battery life on that thing is. But, yeah. So, Wednesdays and Sundays from now on. Occasionally, though, Sundays are set in stone. That's why I did my long form Sunday streams. The ones that'll be several hours because I'm doing RPGs and things like that. Wednesdays, I occasionally might have to work that and then maybe work something else. But yeah, that's the plan going forward. But again, I don't like talking about my failures. I don't like talking about my failures because I feel like my failures are obvious enough to the world that I don't need to elaborate and apologize for them. And because I know if I put them out there in the world, I dwell on them. And I don't stop dwelling on them. When in this quote-unquote business, this quote-unquote industry, things happen, man. You gotta love the scuff, man. Scuff is life, scuff is love, right? But yeah, I was starting to worry about the numbers, like the karaoke I did on the last Splatter Day. I was worried that nobody would care. That no one was interested because it only got like 5 views. And no, just everyone decided to stream that night. Like Temp was streaming, I think Neil was streaming. Everyone decided to gorilla that night. I think Pipple was streaming too. Like everyone was going at the same time that night. And I know it was because like it was 5 views that night, but like 12 hours later it was 22 views. So there were people, and it does my heart good to know that, because it tells me that these I know I keep saying Von Gang is precious, and they are. They really are. But I kind of have to force myself to see it, and that helped me see it. Because like more than 4 to 5 times people saw the stream afterwards and saw it live. And that really cemented in my mind that Saturday night's just a bad time slot. So there's no use in hanging on a bit for too long just because it's a bit. Just go with what works. But I shouldn't be worried about the numbers at all, because if I'm going to start worrying about the numbers, if I'm going to start being mental with the numbers, then I got to start stepping up my game too. And there are some aspects of my life I just cannot afford to do that right now. Like, I'm not a grifter. I'm not going to ask you for a cent to help me. But with everything going on in the world, like, I'm sure those of you who are adult enough to pay for your own groceries and things like that, you know that the prices are going up everywhere, man. Prices are skyrocketing everywhere, man. And I'm feeling it too. Like, my groceries bill in the last like 3 or 4 months has doubled. Granted, I'm buying a couple more name brands when I should be buying the great value brands. But it's not just that. Clothing is so much more expensive these days. Basic goods and services, man. It's just how. And I know that the quote-unquote bomb hasn't gone yet as far as how expensive things are going to be. I just don't think I can put money into doing this right now. So I can't expect to get higher rewards without putting more money into it. Like, as a V-stinger, I need to get like a legitimate microphone or something. Although I've been told that the mic that's built into this laptop is actually really nice. Like during one of my Half-Life 2 streams, I got this USB mic that I'm staring at right now. You know what you did. That I plugged it in and it sounded absolutely miserable. It literally sounded like I was talking over a 1920s microphone or something. And then I pulled it out and started talking to the mic built into the laptop, and it sounded fine. So I'd like to get a Blue Yeti, something like a basic Blue Yeti. But I know if I want to do singing, like I initially came here to be a V singer. I wasn't even a streamer. I was just supposed to be a V singer. I was going to be like ASCII, early day ASCII, just doing music. But then ASCII evolved herself and started doing games and stuff like that. Started doing GeoGuessr. Started doing the location stuff, and she really stepped up her game too. And I talked about that in one of my first Zatsus. I think my first like pure Zatsu, where I wasn't distracted by playing a game or something. And I need to start doing that more too. I need to start focusing on the stuff I can do, like talking, sing, things like that. I do watch alongs, like videos on the screen, but I always get worried about like content claiming and stuff. And I think it was the streaming monos, the Hand of Fate, that really scared me, because this was a public domain film. There was no copyright on it, and yet YouTube automatically struck it. Automatically did the thing where they blocked. They didn't block the video. They just stopped the stream from going out. And that happened to one of my golf streams too. Not golf. It was Power Washer. Power Washer. Maybe I'll play Power Washer next week if, like, I got a couple of potential collabs in the fire. Maybe I'll play Power Washer next week if I don't get any of those to go. Because I'm only streaming 2 days a week now. I know it's going to be harder to collab with people. But that is one thing I want to keep doing. Because that one week where I shot my shot, so to speak, and clubbed 6 people in 5 days, I still hold that as the crowning achievement of this channel. Especially the Babaniku Summit, where it was just me, Malone, and Nicola just chatting for a few hours. Nicola, if you're there, if you're listening, catching the VOD, I miss you, Senpai. I hope you're getting everything straight. I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's getting sorted out. Hope you're okay. Hit me up sometime. But I've been getting questions too about things going on here, like asking about, hey, he's here. You see the little red dot of the spirit decks? That means the spirit's here. So let's say hi to the boy. Who is he? Oh! That's so cute, man. Ham stereo. Those headphones-looking appendages on the ham stereo aren't just for show. They have dampened loud noises since the spirit's ears are otherwise especially sensitive to sounds and vibrations. They made some one evolutionary trait to new incoming dangers, but in modern times gives sensory with an excellent sense of rhythmic timing and affinity for music. I've found that because of its delicate hearing, it responds most positively to lo-fi songs. A spirit after my own heart. But that's what you do. You get the right back, and the game tells you straight up when you've got the right thing going. It's very simple. I got 3 more left. Let's see if I can unlock another one before the Satsu ends today. I wasn't thinking of going more than 2 hours, honestly. So let's go ahead. I think I'm gonna hang out with the hamster boy. Take a look at him. Ham stereo. Don't worry, Gooply, we'll have time to chill out later. Ham stereo. Such a cute little boy. Colors. Orange cat. Blue. I think I like that one. A little chocolate hemp stereo, yeah. Looks a little blurry, I know, but that's just... Like I said, please do not judge this game by how the game looks. It's blurry, yes. That's because they had to set the resolution down to 50 to stream it. It looks a lot better on that thing that's not a potato. See, I think I'll go with this little guy. There we go. And now look, he's just chilling with the music. Chilling with the lo-fi. Hey, little guy. So let's try unlocking the next Spirit Dex item. As I start my day in quiet meditation, sometimes I can sense another presence behind me, curiously. So, as I start my day in quiet meditation, like I said, the tips are really easy to figure out. As I start my day, morning, in quiet meditation, which I know that's the bay window. And you see, get a little noise, and here's a spirit index going. So, like, I don't think it's going to take too horribly long. That one didn't take too long. But I was going to wrap it up at the top of the hour. Let's see if we get him, though. I'll do a little stereo. You can pet them. You can pet them all. It's great. Hey, Splats, how you doing? What's the game? Look like gotcha. No, man. This is the furthest thing from Gotcha, Malone. Thank you for stopping by. This is Lo-Fi Spirit Sessions. No, my apologies. What's the name? It's Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. That's what it is. I'll give you a quick rundown since you're here. It's a mindfulness tool and it's lo-fi too. You've got choose your outfit. Got little pets with you. You got little things you can do. There's several different playlists, lo-fi playlists. Let's try 5 beats for spirit hydrophers only. You got a whole bunch of lo-fi. You got sound effects that you can have. I can turn off the vinyl now. You've got a to-do list. You've got a timer, that Pomodoro timer. What do you call that? The Apple timer that people do, where you time how hard you work and breaks. You can do a list of your habits and a journal. So it's a whole mindfulness thing and a lot of backgrounds and stuff too. I know it'll reset the timer, but I'll show you. You can create your own room piece by piece, bit by bit, and it doesn't cost anything. You get points for unlocking little spirits and points for time running. We got a fireplace here. I can do my writing. Got a desk. You can do drawing and stuff. Typing. Got the bed. Take a rest. And you got my favorite is the bay window. My favorite is the bay window. You get reading, typing, meditating. That's what I was doing. That little plink and this rotating here, that's a sound that a spirit is coming. So just got to hang out here a little bit. It's not going to take horribly too long, but I was going to wrap it up at the top of the hour. So there's no gacha involved at all, Malone. None at all. You get very, very simple hints on how to unlock them. You just choose the right background or the right noise or the right action. And then you just let it run for a while. That's it. You just listen to the lo-fi beats in the background while you're working. If you're working really hard, you can use a little timer to know when to take a break. little list here to keep track of everything. It's a great tool. It's a great tool, and you know my thing with Plastic Duck Simulator. This has replaced Plastic Duck Simulator. I don't think I've fired it up for a few days since I've got this, because that was just something goofy to listen to. This is actual mindfulness stuff, actual stuff that could kind of help improve my life, but mostly chill, because you know me, Malone. I'm not a chill person, and I've been trying to chill today. I got it was a weird day at work, so I just got the and like, don't mind the graphics either. I've got them set at 50% resolution because I'm running a potato. That's why I don't have the thing in the corner. Isn't? Oh, it's the most chill game, man. The most chill game I've played in a very long. I wouldn't even call it a game though. More of a tool. It's got a little radio going. The lo-fi radio is the biggest draw. And like I said, you don't gamble with the spirit characters or anything. Like, it's easy. The spirit decks, it's very easy. They straight up tell you how to get them. Like, this is one I'm getting right now, morning meditation. This guy. During cool autumn nights, something can be seen stalking the skies. The sound of other nocturnal creatures herald its arrival. So for this guy, it looks like I set the timer to evening. Or the lighting to evening. And then the background noise to, like, forest background or something. Because all of these, it's very, very simple. Pick the right sound, the right activity, the right lighting, or a combination of the three. It tells you when you've got something cooking. And you just wait. Like I said, I hesitate to call this a game. It's not really a game. It's more of a tool and a radio, but it is amazing for what it is. And it's on sale right now for $8. That's a great deal, man. I've gotten hours upon hours of use out of this. Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. I definitely recommend it. But I'd shown everyone the deal in the first hour. And I've just been Zatsuing since then. Like, no one stopped by to chat, so I've just been talking about. I didn't want to go too much into the feature, the Amanda Splatts project, because I'm saving that for next Friday, the 17th. I was able to get the 17th off, Friday the 17th, because that's my 6-month anniversary. And just to be extra prudent, I wanted to stream at the same time, 2 p.m. So next Friday, 2 p.m., I got the day off. I'll be reassessing the Amanda Splatts project, seeing what I want to do going forward. But I wanted to bring up a couple things before then, because that's going to be I feel like it's going to be a really dry stream. Like, just going over point by point what I want to do. It's going to be a dry stream, and it's probably going to be a short stream, because I'll have the whole day off. I'll want to do something fun later in the day. After I do all the technical stuff. But I've been hammering a couple of points home tonight. I've just been talking about a few things. Talking about, like, how I've been worrying about the numbers when I really shouldn't be. I've been worrying about a lot of, and that's what this has kind of helped me with. This whole program's kind of helped me with. I've just been worrying about a lot of things I shouldn't be worrying about. I've been worrying about numbers when, like, I know I'm not able to afford what I need to do to move the numbers up. But I know I can get more numbers doing the right thing. And I don't know if I think I told you, Malone. I'm canceling the Saturday night streams. Because even though it was kind of a staple of my early channel, it's just not worth it anymore. Because I'm doing Sunday morning streams, long May Sunday morning streams. It's not just to do a Saturday night stream just because it's Saturday night. And then get no sleep and do one on Sunday morning. So I'm going to be working on the 2 days of the week that I am off, Wednesday and Sunday. Doing 2 streams a day both of those days. Get some sleep. focus on watching my oshis, including you. You started streaming 2 months before I did, Malone. I don't know if it's weird for me to call you an oshi, but I don't feel like there are a lot of rules in the sphere, especially as far as flavor goes. Kind of a wild west, and I kind of love it that way. And and I love where flavor's been going, where flavor's been going. Man. It's been great, and I want to be a part of that going forward. Like I said, I know there was some talk about me graduating on the 17th. No, that's not what that's about. I have streams planned up until March. I know what I'm going to do in February. Like, I'm going to finish BlazBlue Central Fiction by the end of January. And February, I'm going to start Secret Trilogy. March, I might do Half Minute Hero for my Sunday long form stream. I might do Half Minute Hero Part 2. I'm not revisiting Half Minute Hero Part 1. I have no interest in that after the horrible way Part 1 ended, and then now there's old Princess 30 and Hero 30 and Knight 30, Squire Sage 30, whatever that you need to do to get back to the real game. I've got no interest in that. West of Loathing. I loved West of Loathing so much, talking about the Sunday long form streams. But it's over. I explored 100% of that game. Got the best possible ending. 100% of the DLC with the best possible ending. There's nothing more there. Thought about getting Shadows over Loathing, but I want to do something different. And I have become disheartened with Darkest Dungeon, but I do want to continue. I really do want to continue with it. A weird thing about Darkest Dungeon is that it's something like I know about all the mechanics and everything, technical aspect, how to beat the bosses and stuff, but it's baked into the game that there are so many mechanics, so many numbers, so many things to remember. You're not supposed to remember them all, I feel. Like, you're not supposed to, and that's part of the desperation, is forgetting that one thing. It's supposed to instill a sense of despair and desperation in you as part of the experience. And it's an amazing experience and what I want to revisit again. But I can't be having too much of that time in my life now. Oh, and I thought BlazBlue was going to be worse than it was, but luckily, like I said, I found the cheese with the main character riding the Blood Edge. I think it's like a standing C. Does 2 hits of... No, I think it's a 6C. It's either 5C or 6C. Launches them, and then just jump and do another 6C. Smacks them on the ground. Does a pretty decent amount of damage. I can just spam that. I think I set it to E. I'm not sure. It's either easy or normal mode. Because it's not about the fighting game, it's about the story. I'll get good at another time. And I want to get good, man. I love these fighting games. I love them, but I'll admit I'm not the best. I'm not totally horrible at fighting games. I did that one Neo Geo Pocket Color stream where I beat 5 fighting games in one night. But I'm also not great. I'm not. Luckily, we've got Chicken Champ on here. Hey, I've been intrigued by the screenshot of this game. Hey, Grub. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. It's a mindfulness thing. You've got a timer for working. You've got a to-do list. You've got a checklist you can make. You got a whole bunch of little companions, and you can make your own room, too. I definitely want to check the VOD, because... Although the VOD is a little chunky, and please don't, again, I say this again, I feel like I gotta keep saying it. I've got this game running at 50% resolution. Don't judge it by its looks. I'm running potato mode right now. But it's lo-fi. I got cute little critters to hang out with you. You can, and it's very easy to unlock the critters. You just choose a couple of things, and then you just chill and you just wait. No gacha elements involved, no microtransactions. You literally unlock things by just letting it run. Just chilling. And you can tell it's supposed to, like, they didn't have the Amanda Splatts glasses. They didn't have the sunglasses with the round frames. But I understand, like, they don't have the business suit or the European style blazer either. And that's because that's not what this is about. This is about being comfy. This is about being chill. This is about relaxing, and it's got a curate. Like, I don't think I've been bonked yet for copyright. I'll double check afterwards. But it does specifically say that it's streamer safe. And I don't think it's it's gotten a little too chunky a bit, but it's been streamer safe so far. And it's great because if I can get this going, like, I've shut off Discord and Brave and everything just to get this going. Like, I've got my phone going and I can moderate chat if need be, if like a bot shows up for that. But this is just mindfulness, man. And mindfulness is something I know I have to start practicing more of. Especially since I'm not going to get nearly as much human interaction as I used to. Now that I'm going to be a lot more shut in now that I'm working from home. I used to have the ability to just, like, that was part of what going to the office at Desert Salt LLC was about. Talking to the people there and catching up on local news, local things. Actually being able to put face to face with my advisors and my foremans and everything. Talking to clients in person at a table, getting to look each other in the eye, minding that salt, breaking my back. There was a conversation left, even though it was work, and now that's gone. Well, it's not completely gone. Because we actually use Discord at work. We have a Discord at work because it makes things go so much smoother. Like, we just talk to each other in a private channel. Like, I don't use my Amanda Splatts name, absolutely not. I have a separate account that was created by the company. Do you decorate the room? Yeah, I did. I'll show you a little bit. I'll show you a little bit. And you unlock all this stuff, you purchase these simply by waiting. It automatically gives you little spirit tickets every time, constantly. You can get large bursts of them by doing tasks and timers and stuff. But you could just let it run. Like, I've let it run overnight and gotten like tons of credits. But yeah, here's my desk. Got a whole bunch of pandas. Got a nice chair. I thought this was cool. I brought this up. You can get that, and they have automatically unlocked little wheelchairs. And I thought that was a great thing for the accessibility community to have some kind of representation there, because I've talked about Mother Tiffy. And this is not doxing or telling tales out of school. She has cerebral palsy. And she was one of my biggest inspirations in VTubing. Like, I've known her for a long time. Back before I was even Amanda Splatts. And she was a huge inspiration. So to see, whenever I'm able to see that representation, and I don't want to get political. I really don't want to get political. Especially in the desert. But I do want to bring up briefly, people wonder why I have a problem with the R word. Because I've hung out with communities where that word is a loaded word and means something different than what most people think it is. So that's why I've kind of banned it from my channel, and a lot of people will say it without even thinking that much. It's just the experiences that I've had. Okay, you can get different drinks. Lighting. You can design your own bed. You know, in this light, I'm not 100% happy with the bed sheets. I like the wood, but I don't like the... Oh, this light. I think that might be a bit, you know? Look at that. The lamps and everything, a little Japanese lamp going. And you see the numbers here. These are all, like, there's, like, one DLC pack, I think. And that's just special skins for the spirits. But you don't have everything you just earn with the spirit credits. And that is literally just done by letting the game run. That's it. And you see, you can choose the background. I prefer the cityscape. We got a fireplace here. Got a little donut beanbag chair. I thought that was adorable. Back to the bay window and meditate a little bit more. See if I can summon another spirit before the stream ends. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't think this is an indication of how close the spirit is to popping up. That's just an indication of when you level up and get a block of tickets. When the spirit is ready to appear, you'll see a little red dot next to it. And you just click it and they'll say hello. Like this little guy I unlocked earlier today, Amanda. And like, it's not gotcha. Like, it's really easy to unlock them. They give you a little book and they straight up tell you, you pick the right lighting or the right activity or the right background or a combination of the three. And then you just wait. And you'll even know that one is coming. It gets a little rotating circle. It's very nice. You're not hunting, you're not lurking up FAQs and stuff. You're not digging for them. It's very simple. I've unlocked like 90% of them over the last... I've had this going overnight, and I've unlocked 90% of them over the last couple days. And I've got more than enough. So you're not waiting. You're not wasting away for the credits. If you keep it running, you'll get everything you need in a few days. And the lo-fi beats, man. The lo-fi beats my freaking soul, man. This music has been great, and I believe it's streamer friendly. I would like to do this in the future, just have this going. But again, I have to go to like low resolution and close everything else. Like I've got Brave closed right now. And again, that's not a slight of this game at all. That's just me running a potato. So I'd kind of turn this into a little bit of a Zatsu. Don't know if it was going to show up or not. So, like that's why I'm just doing the meditation thing. Because they're trying to see if I can get another spirit to pop up. I don't know how long it takes. It can take a while. It does take a while. But I was able, like, I was doing it today during work. Like, I start a mission, quote unquote, or a pose, or a sound to unlock one of these things. Then I go to work, and by the time I'm on my break, like a couple hours later, I've already got the notification that the spirit's ready to say hello. So I could probably get all this done in like a few days if I focus on. But it's not about focus. It's not about unlocking everything. It's about unlocking the things that you like, and then just moving on. Since everyone's here, I'll go ahead and show the character creation suite also. Here's your faithful Amanda Splatts. You can create up to 3 different presets, though. Like, you got the head texture. You can have horns if you want. Whatever skin color you want. Body type. Because y'all know character creation is my favorite genre. I love making characters. Fire Pro Wrestling for the PS2. You could have up to 500 character slots. I created literally about 350 characters before my PS2 died. And PS2 always die. I'll take off the hat so I can show you all the different hairstyles. Get different hairstyles. Horns, and you can colorize everything. Clothing. You have a lot of the clothing unlocked. Like, it's very simple though to unlock, purchase more clothing. It's relatively cheap. Like, I've had this game for 3 days and I've already got like 7,000, 8,000 tickets. I spent a whole bunch remodeling and stuff. Socks and shoes, and your little spirit companion. You can pick them from here. This is the guy the game gives you at the beginning. His name's Lenny. He's the reason everyone's here. He's a good guy. Oh, you can't pet him from this screen, alright. But on how to unlock him, for example, I love this little goopy fella. His name's Gooply. You unlock him by sitting at the desk for a while. You unlock the little spider boy, arachnoid here. Yarn arachnid, I think it is, whatever it is. By doing the knitting activity for a while. This is funny. You unlock the trash panda here, the raccoon, by choosing the sound effect of grilling and letting it run. But it's very simple to unlock every single one of them. You just pick the right sound, right, and just let it run. You can unlock their colors also. Little hamster here. I got a little goo boy. Little goo boy. Coffee goo boy. We're gonna go back and meditate a little bit. Don't know if we're gonna be able to unlock it or not, but I might cut it if it takes too long. Yeah, man. This is what I've been doing between streams and after work over the last few days. I'm trying to, because like I told people, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I just don't. Because I believe New Year's resolutions on the whole are a joke. Like, just arbitrarily using the beginning of a calendar year as a reason to completely change your life. I really feel that's not, like, you need to regularly reassess things. You need to regularly focus on and reassess things. Not just because it's the beginning of the year. Like, the reason I'm doing the big reassessment on January 17th, it's my 6-month anniversary from the streaming. Although I think there's been a little bit of confusion about my birthday, quote unquote. Originally, people had my birthday as July 4th, when I was quote unquote born in the desert. July 4th is the anniversary of the day that Amanda Splatts... I'm not going to say what happened because it's supposed to be a chill stream. But the day that the coyote became Amanda Splatts. That was July 4th. My actual birthday, it's on March 22nd. And it's coming up in a couple of months. I haven't had anything special planned for it. Because usually I use my birthday as a time to focus on things and reflect also. I'm not a big party person. Like, with big celebrations and stuff like that. It's weird. I don't know if it's just me. I've never been wired like that. Anniversaries and things like that. I usually don't use them as a reason to celebrate. I use them as a time to reflect. I just quietly assess things, because earlier in my life, before the pandemic and everything, and even after the pandemic to some degree, hold on, before I finish that thought, I filled out a level. Like, literally, you can make it go faster by doing daily tasks, set timers and stuff, but you just let the game run, and you level up. 21 blackjack. There you go. And you get 500 tokens. I think there's nothing here that costs more than like 200, 250 tickets. And they start you out with a nice amount of tickets too. Plus, I believe you get tickets not just from those leveling up, but also from the normal course. Like you slowly add them to your total, I believe. Like, you're not going to be hurting for tickets. Like, you get enough to start out with that you can customize quite a bit. And, like, you're not going to be worrying about it. And if you do worry about it, if you do run out, just let the game run for a few hours. You'll be fine. Or, I believe you get a lot from unlocking little spirits, by the way. So, when you start unlocking spirits at the beginning, I believe it doesn't take these long. Like, we're almost done. Like, I mean, I'm almost done with the spirit decks. We're at the very end. Like, I've got 2 or 3 left. When starting out, I believe it's a lot faster. How you doing, good play? Feeling good, man? Feeling? Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Man. But yeah, coming up. I barely batted an eye at the beginning of the new year. I just business as usual. But the 17th, I've been thinking out a whole lot. And again, anyone who was worried, I know there was talking about me graduating on the 17th. No, I got streams planned up until mid-March, so I'm not graduating. But there are a lot of things I want to change focus on. Want to change about the project. And a couple of them are going to surprise some people. And not in a bad way, but I've had to do a lot of reassessing over the last month or so. And like I said, get too worried over the numbers. Because in the end, again, I don't want to get too political, but in the end, I am a male VTuber. I'm a male streamer voicing a female character. It's known as a Babaniku. So I know that as a male, that it would be a much harder road if I wanted to be a professional. But I don't think I'd want to be a celebrity anyways. Because I couldn't take the fame that goes with it. I couldn't take the privacy, the intrusion, the privacy, and the obsession that goes with that. I just like being little Amanda Splatts in my own little corner of the world. When I was growing up, I thought that the perfect... When I was growing up, I thought the perfect position that I want to be was a professional bowler, or a professional billiards player, or a professional dart thrower. The top of my field, but in a field that no one's ever heard of. Almost no one knows who the world's greatest pro bowlers are, pro billiard players are. A level of camaraderie in my field, but a field small enough that 99% of the people out there aren't going to know who I am. I'm thinking I could probably do that with writing. Write some niche stuff that... not Corby stuff. But niche stuff that might appeal to a small section of people, but on the greater scale, just kind of gets lost in ether. And I feel like a lot of that happened. I think that maybe... I know I had to shake that off at the very beginning, that feeling of... I had to come to the realization that all this is ephemeral. That we're not trying to go out and change the world out there. We're not trying to blow everyone's minds or change everyone's hearts or cleanse everyone's souls when we go out there night after night. We're just trying to entertain. Just trying to entertain and show our passions. That I'm able to show my passions for y'all. How much I love this medium and how much I want to bring to this medium with tools. And that was the essence of making this the Amanda Splatts project instead of just Amanda Splatts. Which is trying to do what I love and do it through the medium that shows me, the medium of YouTube, and the medium that helps save my sanity. Because during the pandemic, and I hate, this is supposed to be a chill stream. I hate bringing up the pandemic again and again, but it was such an important thing of our lives for so long. It's kind of hard to not talk about it in this context. But during the pandemic, I wasn't able to see my family for over a year. I was alone for over a year. Not even visiting or anything, because we didn't know what the virus was doing at that point. But I still had to work. Desert Salt LLC was considered an essential service. So we didn't miss a day of work. And I don't think I caught COVID once. But we were all being extra careful. And it was Kiryu Koko who helped get me through that. Kiryu Koko and Hachima and Fubuki and Project Melody and Watame and but mostly Coco. I went so hard to paint Coco early on. It was to the point where I'd spend that's a story for another time. But VTubing saved my life, man. Not saved my life, but I'd say it saved my sanity over that year. So. And I don't watch nearly as much. Like, I watch other FlaVR members. That's about it. I watch other FlaVR members. Because they're my oshis now. They're my colleagues. And more importantly, we don't overlap a lot. I can't watch the stream if I'm streaming, right? Well, I could, I guess. But most streamers don't like it when you watch. Well, I guess there are watch-alongs. But I think those are coordinated beforehand, like co-stream and watch-along. But yeah. Like my oshis these days are ASCII. Number one is ASCII. And I'm so happy that she is still around, so creative. I loved her early stuff. The Twin Tail era, especially the big black puffy jacket era. I'm a little bummed out she doesn't do the kind of ASCII black stuff anymore. I loved ASCII black. I love City of Light. And I can't control myself in all those. But apparently she didn't have a lot of say. Like, that was more the ASCII project than ASCII herself. Saying and dictating what she wanted to do. And from what I understand right now, ASCII has a lot more freedom, a lot more creative choice. Oh, sorry. Gastric indigestion is not very well-fly with me. But, I initially was worried about her graduating from, and she almost did graduate a couple times in Hololive because they just didn't have anything for her. And she kind of lost in the shuffle once INNK folded. Although I was initially really worried. And we don't talk about alt here, past lives and stuff. But I tell you, if you know who ASCII's past life is, you'll know that even if she quit Hololive, she'd be just fine. She'd be perfectly fine. And once I found that out, it put my mind at ease. But she eventually, and it's the weirdest thing that did it, man. It was GeoGuessr. She got really hot on the internet again. Even recognized by, like, Yahoo News. Because she was absurdly good at GeoGuessr. And you know what? It put her back. It literally. Ooh, she's good at geoguessr. Put her back on the map. Ha ha ha. I'm a comedian now. I'm the four. Yeah, but you know, whatever it takes, man. Whatever works. It's like I almost worry about, like, in the process of trying to get more people on my channel, more people to check out the Amanda Splatts project, I was scared about what I would have to do to get people, like, what popular games like Fortnite and stuff, and Minecraft and everything that I would have to play just to get eyes on me. So it did my soul, a world of good to know that the top 2 streams on my channel right now, as far as views, are Fire Pro, which is something I was doing for literally years upon years before I became Amanda Splatts. I had Fire Pro Wrestling World Returns 2 for the PS2. Mechanically, it's the same game, but the creation suite is much, much more in depth. And Fire Pro on PS2 didn't have the workshop, the community common creations type of thing. But it felt good. Like I shouldn't worry. I don't need to hair over the numbers. I don't worry about the numbers. I really shouldn't. But it felt good that everyone came out to check out something that I had been doing for years before I became a streamer. Just by myself in my room with the PS2 and a notebook, spiral notebook. Got a few spiral notebooks. I'm looking at them. A few spiral notebooks with a little PS2 memory card sitting on it. And I would keep track of wins and losses and make storylines. And I think maybe that context was lost or wasn't there when I originally got Menhera about how the DLC for Fire Pro worked. How there was literally hundreds upon hundreds of dollars worth of DLC, and that if you downloaded a character from Community Commons, you couldn't use it in your own game unless you owned the DLC. And I understand why. Because, like, who's to say, like, you can't buy... Let's, for example, Jay White. Switchblade Jay White. Who's to say that you couldn't buy the pack from Switchblade Jay White and just upload him whole cloth to Community Commons and everyone can get Switchblade for free? So I understand why they do it, but I was really upset. And I was upset because some of the characters I downloaded initially when I got the DLC that I could afford because of the deal, I couldn't use. And you know, things worked out, man. Like you said, I at work, instead of actually paying us real wages, they give us a bonus gift card when we hit certain metrics. And I've been nailing metrics all the last like 3-4 months. I've been employee of the month a few months, and that came with the gift card, and I was able to use that to buy the rest of what I needed. And I've got to start thinking that way more. I've got to start thinking more about things are going to get better, about things are going to work out. I've got to let the process run out. I've got to let things fall into place. And I'm not good with that because just by the nature of my job and what, like, I don't want to go too into it, I don't want to dox myself, but the nature of my job and what I do from an administrative standpoint, I'm used to being in charge of every single piece on the board, dictating how they move, predicting how the other pieces are going to move. And I had all the tools I need to do that until recently. I'm used to being in charge at work. So not being in charge of things, streaming. And that's that's a big thing. I'll go into this because I don't think that this is something that would have been brought up during January 17th stream coming up. Is when I started putting my work ethic from work into streaming. Like fastidiously setting up schedules like 2 weeks in advance. And diligently being on time, making sure I'm on time and early for every single stream. I've never missed a stream, never had to cancel a stream. I've had to postpone a few. I've had to push a few back, but I've never had to cancel one. And that's not being me being fastidious or me being punctual. That's me not scheduling something I know I can't make. Making those smart decisions beforehand. And then trying to be professional, trying to be extra polite to everyone, keeping everyone up to date on everything that's going on, making all my moves known. That's things that have served me at work. It's got me to middle management, and it's kept my job during several restructurings. I think any adult with a white-collar job knows what restructuring is. I've never been touched during a restructuring. But it saved me at the job, but as well as that work ethic has served me as a streamer, it's also hurt. Because if you try to businessify this too much, try to be too rigid, it kind of takes the fun out. I'm blessed though, as far as over the last 6 months, I'm blessed enough that I've never felt like it was a chore to go live. I've never felt like it was a chore to open Brave, open OBS, plug in the headphones, check out all the lists and everything, check out my audio levels, and become Amanda Splatts for a few hours. That's never felt like a chore. Because I know when it starts to feel like a chore, when I have to start forcing myself to stream, that's a dangerous place. And I want to stop it before it goes to a dangerous place. I want to stop it before I want to not stream anymore. And that's what a lot of this mindfulness is about. Because I don't listen to my body, man. I know I tell people to listen to their bodies. I gotta get better about listening to my own body. About my own mental health. Something that I put on the back burner. I started putting my own mental health on the back burner during the pandemic. When I saw that the world was kind of collapsing around me, things were falling down all around me. And I needed to be that anchor for a lot of people. My family and my coworkers included. And that time is over now. That time is over now. I don't have to do that now. But that mentality is still there. I'm the kind of person who one time I was going to a what do I describe it as? One time I was going to this maybe I shouldn't tell that one. Yeah, this is probably a better story anyways. Back when I would commute to and from work, the actual physical salt mines themselves, I would take an umbrella every single day. Now it rarely rains in the desert. There's not like a rainy season here. It rarely ever rains here. But one day I got cut out in the rain. I got really sick. All the stuff I was carrying, a lot of it was destroyed. So I got caught out in the rain once. And for like months after that, even though everything was dry as a bone, I still carried a umbrella with me everywhere. Just in case that one time. It eventually got to the point where I bought a second umbrella and I kept it at work. And so I have one umbrella at work and one umbrella at home. And if it starts raining, I just grab the one where I am and take it home, and then have to remember to take one back to the other place the next day. I'm the type of person who is waiting. I'm the type of person who's always waiting for the next shoe to drop. Because I was hit by the first shill that came down. Like, there will be 1,000,001 occurrence of something bad happening. And for the rest of my life, I'm changing my life around in case that bad thing happens again. Like, I was carrying pepper spray with me for a while on my ways to and from work because of the homeless population there. There's a lot of homeless people here in the desert. It's really, it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's exaggerated to say that there's a homeless epidemic here in the desert. And I've talked about this a little bit about one of the big reasons, like that security breach at work that made things that weren't safe. There are a couple homeless people who are targeting us, some of us. And I feel bad for them, man. I feel bad for them. Breaks my heart, man. But I've got to think about my own safety as well. And it was after it kind of realized that no one else was doing anything about the problem, that's when it was decided, hey, Amanda, you work alone on the weekends at the office, at the Desert Salt. No one's actually doing mining. And we don't feel like that's safe anymore with what happened. You should start working from home. We'll be okay on the physical side. We've got some new guys coming in to do the physical aspect of the job. We want to move you into a 100% managerial side. Kind of a soft promotion. Like they didn't pay me any extra, but the soft promotion was them giving me the equipment I need to work from home. I'm the type of person who, even when things are going great, I'm waiting for it to end. Because I've seen this movie before, and I know how it ends. And I know that's not a good way to live, man. It's not a good way to live, because if you do everything focusing on things going bad, and when things are going to end, you're going to miss the journey. You're going to miss how things are right now. And I've spent too much time in my life doing that. Spent too much time in FlaVR doing that. I'm trying to enjoy the ride more. I'm trying to be more spontaneous. I'm trying to live in the now a lot more. I don't want to miss out on life just because I'm worried about how it's going to end. And that's a realization I came to, like, fairly recently. A lot of it had to do with going home for Christmas. Talking to my family, I went back to purely due to the luck of the draw, because Christmas was on a Wednesday. They said, "Hey, Amanda, you got lucky. Christmas is on a Wednesday this year. You can go home for the holidays." So Tuesday night after work, I hopped into an Uber and went back to the Splatts reservation. Got a motel room. Listened to Muddy Waters too. One of my favorite rappers, Redman. Finally released an album after like 9 years. It was great hearing from him again. And that one of the reasons I love the internet. Artists that I grew up with listening to in the 90s and 2000s. Putting out new albums in 2024, 2025. It's so great, man. And it's easier than ever to access the old stuff, too. Like, I'm a big proponent of Lost Me. It's why I don't do, like, Zatsus and unplanned Zatsus, things like that. I get off topic so easily. But yeah, I was listening to Muddy Waters, too. And then in the morning, had this absolutely miserable breakfast. And we went back to Mother Splatts and Father Splatts back to the Splatts compound. And she heard about the horrible breakfast, like, "Here, let me make you something." And I'm like, "No, thanks." Like, it wasn't good, but I filled it. It did its job. So we had lunch that day, had cookies and stuff, and opened presents. I got to see my sister Golden here. She's helping take care of the parents right now. Just because she's closer right now, just the pure vicinity of it. It was a harrowing thing for me to get there in time and get back in time to work on Thursday. But it's Christmas with my family. I made it work. And we just talked. Was nice enough to get the real scoop about things that have been going on. And more importantly, I was able to talk to everyone. So instead of just getting one perspective like I usually do, I was able to get everyone's perspective and kind of use that to triangulate what's really been going on. But, I'm a hag. I'm a hag. I'm older. I venture to say I'm probably the oldest person in FlaVR right now. Although probably not by a lot. Probably not. I know there are a couple of older people, a couple of adults, quote unquote, in FlaVR. And I think I'm the oldest, but I don't think by much. So if I'm old, that means my parents are old. So it was good being there and trying to assess everything. And that was the realization I had coming home in that other Uber, the second Uber. I think I took a lift back, took an Uber up and I took a lift back. I was worrying about what I'm going to have to do about my parents in the future. I have to take care of them, take a nice long big hiatus. When that goes down, might be gone for, I don't know, maybe weeks, maybe months at a time. Don't know how that's going to go down. When or if that happens. Could be days from now, could be years from now, could never happen. But if I'd focused all my time on that, focused all my energy on what I'm going to do in the future when that happens, I would have missed Christmas with my family. I wouldn't have been able to experience the time I did with them and really enjoy being in the moment with them. Because we even got to see my sister's family, like, stop by to pick up my parents' presents for my sister's family. We're able to see my nephew. He's little. He's a friggin' dynamo, that kid. It's crazy. Crazy in a good way, though. And this little monkey takes after his Auntie Splatts. Creative friggin' kid. Most creative little friggin' kid. It's amazing, man. His mind and his mouth go places. Even I, as a writer, someone who prides himself on being a writer, would never go. Just never ceases to surprise me. Sister Golden Hair. It's really molded one of the future's great creative minds. And if I focus too much on what I'm gonna do, things going bad in the future, I would have missed that whole occasion, not been able to live in that moment. And I think that's what I gotta start doing. And I think that's why I may have been a little bit more Manhara than usual. Because I realized what I might have been missing. So I want to get better about that. I want to get better about living in the now and enjoying things now. Oh, hey! Spirit's ready. See a little dot here. It means the spirit's ready to say hello. Let's see who it is. A frog butterfly fella. Hey, man. Who are you? Letter frog. So, flutter frogs have round, pudgy bodies and tiny butterfly-like wings. Their wings can barely support their attempts to fly. That doesn't stop them from trying their best. Their stretchy forms can hold an abundance of spirit energy, making them popular choices for witches looking for a familiar. The fact that they're able to reach a peaceful state of mind, innate energy helps them float gracefully. Unfortunately, this only lasts well in the trance-like state. Ever since I found out the flutter frogs from the other regions have their own distinct wing patterns, I've been sketching such different designs come across in my travels, and I'll be able to catalog them all someday. Let's get a good look at them. Get a good look at the boy. Look at this guy. Look at him, man. It's a little butterfly frog. Oh, I didn't show you the boba boys. Little boba boys. Little boba tea boys with the wings. So cute. Yeah, what colors does this guy have? You know what? The default one is fine. I like the default. And he's just... There you go, little fella. Okay, so how do... I'm gonna wrap this up at the top of the hour. I'm probably not gonna unlock the next one. There are 2 left. They'll probably... I think this is a relatively new thing. They'll probably add more spirits. But we're not going to wait for it. I just want to show you how the spirit mechanic worked. So during cool autumn nights, something can be seen stuck in the skies. Or it was hard to make out, but I swear I saw something through the snowstorm. So we must have a Halloween one and a Christmas one. It was hard to make out, but I swear I saw something through the snowstorm. So I think it'll probably be they saw something through the snowstorm. So it'll probably be looking out the window. Let's see if there's a snowstorm sound effect. Yeah, there's a snowstorm. And there you go. Let's see, does time of day affect it? No, it doesn't. It's just the snowstorm sound effect. Glory to the graybeards. Hey, Sensokia. Thank you for stopping by, man. I don't know what that means, man. Glory to the graybeards. Is that like a Lord of the Rings thing? Oh, it's because I'm a hag. Oh, thank you. I'm a hag, I make no bones of it. But yeah, I'm gonna end it at the top of the hour because I got work tomorrow. Like, I found that I can get by with 4 or 5 hours of sleep, 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Like, I can get by, but I shouldn't have to. If I've got the ability to, I should be able to do better. Chill, but yeah, I've got to stop because, and Mother Splatts knows me so well. She knows I was thinking like this and brought up that all the worrying about what's gonna happen, fretting about what's gonna happen. That's not gonna change when it happens. Because if someone's gonna do that, they're gonna do that. If someone's gonna try to take me down, they're gonna try to take me down. I can dictate what happens before them. I can dictate how I conduct myself and how I enjoy myself before them. So yeah. And I feel like the Spirit City Lo-Fi thing, session can kind of help with that because it does have the timers, the Pomodoro timer thing, and the list, and the list and the to-do list and the journals and the habit thing, and of course the lo-fi and the sound effects. Like I said, this has replaced Plastic Duck Simulator. Just sure not a thank you, Samsuka. Hey man, I hope you're safe, dude. I know there's been some crazy stuff going on at the shop. I hope you're doing well, man. I know you're one of the guys who's helping make my super early morning stream a success. Well, this Wednesday morning, I'm gonna be streaming Mega Man 2 and 3. Now, I've got a tea time at 4 o'clock with Malone. So, that's why I didn't do the whole trilogy or all 6 of the games of the collection. 2 and 3, in my opinion, are the best. 4 is good. 1, they're all okay to great. Except 1. Mega Man 1, in my opinion, you can skip Mega Man 1. Honestly. Start at 2. 2, 3, and 4. They're the ones you absolutely must play. 2, 3, and 4. If you like 2, 3, and 4, 5 is okay, 6 is okay. But you can skip 1. They were still working on the formula for that one. So yeah, there's a lot. Instead of trying to distract myself from the brainworms, trying to fight them off or trying to embrace them and use them as part of my personality, I want to start actively working on them. If it means going to a psychiatrist or a therapist, then I could probably do that through work. If it means working on mindfulness, then I can work on the mindfulness. If it means not having to go certain places or talk to certain people, I've had to be very careful about things in my life and people in my life. Because I know there are people who are only in my life who want to use me and want to, not for streaming things, like, holy crap, no, I don't have any power whatsoever as a streamer. I'm talking about my position in real life in middle management. And I had a habit of going back to the people I knew didn't have my best interests. And going to places where I knew I shouldn't be. And that needs to stop. Because I need to stop focusing on pleasing people who don't care about me or have my interest in mind. I need to spend more time focusing on the ones that do. And I think it was just doing that because it was what was familiar. Like all these people I used to know, used to talk to. Turns out that the relationship had turned toxic at some point and I didn't notice. I got stories about that. Well, I didn't want to bring anyone down too much on a lo-fi chill stream. But I've had some bad relationships, man. And I gotta stop going back to them just because they're familiar. There are some people you just gotta cut out of your life completely. Some places you gotta cut out of your life completely. And there's some things and some people you need to embrace. I need to start being better about that also. So, I'm not saying that this, I don't even call Spirit Session, or Spirit City Lo-Fi Session. I don't even call this a game. This is more of a tool. But I know this tool isn't going to fix everything, isn't going to cure everything. But it's got so much. It's got the lo-fi, it's got the fun little customization. It's got the actual lists. Like I've seen I think Temp did it, but I know Neo did it. It's got that Pomodoro timer thing, where it's a timer that times how you work and then times your breaks. It's got a lot of organizational tools built in, and I'd keep it running anyway. Like even after unlocking all the little spirit things, I'd keep it running anyways, just because of the lo-fi. Just because of the lo-fi and looking over and seeing, hey, it's me. Yeah, I think there was a switch. That switch flipped out of my mind somewhat recently. Looking at that screen with the not the live 2D, but the V Magic Mirror loads or the V Attitude loads or the Create a Character loads, looking at them saying, hey, that's Amanda Splatts. Recently I've been looking at it and saying, hey, that's me. I think it means I'm becoming more comfortable in my own skin. More comfortable doing this. And I can't let the Manhera block out. I can't let worry about numbers of Manhera or what certain people think, what certain places think. I can't let that get in the way of being Amanda Splatts. I need to not worry about what's going to happen when another shoe drops and focus on the journey itself. Because almost 6 months in, it has been an epic, an epoch. And like I said, I'll get more into this on the 17th. The stream on the 17th, the 6th anniversary, is probably going to be very, very dry. Like just simple assessment. So I might plan a fun stream for afterwards. Just the dry stream at 2 p.m. The exactly 6 month anniversary of when I started streaming. to talk about how I want to go forward with the project, and then something fun for later. Don't know what. I know next week I want to do some creative writing, so that will probably be next week's Wednesday morning stream. The plan right now, and I know I'm adhering to plans. I need to not adhere too much to plans. I need to be more spontaneous. I know, but for right now, the plan is uh, 2 streams a day, 2 days a week, and I think I'm gonna do 7 and 7, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Although this week, the golf collab with Malone is gonna be 4 p.m., which is Malone's normal streaming time. I know I've been monopolizing on Malone's Wednesdays. I think I alone am responsible for killing Witcher Wednesday dead. But that's just because Wednesday is my day off. And usually, when Malone normally starts at like 4 o'clock, I'm at work. Unless they've let me go early. And sometimes, like, if I'm done with my paperwork and everything, and I don't have any clients pending that I need to speak to, or HR or QA doesn't need me to help out with anything, they'll be like, yeah, Amanda, you can leave early, and I can catch a stream at 4. But yeah, that's the plan. Right? Of course, plans can change. Anything can change. Like, I'm not Gorbo. I am 100% in control of what I do and how I manage this project. And I've got to come to terms with that too. That I've got this freedom I've got to exercise, and I can't force myself into rigid structures because that works at work. That doesn't work in VTubing. But we're scheduling streams 2 days a week, 2 times those days. That'll also free up times like this. So this is the Gorilla. I just decided, hey, I wanted to show this game off. Not a game, it's a tool. I wanted to show this tool off to the world. And this ended up being a thought, so. Probably my longest song. Like, I get worried about speaking from the heart. I do. Not just about possibly doxing myself, but I get worried about speaking from the, because, like, man. I get worried about speaking from the heart. Because in the past, I've had people who use that and use the things I told them to hurt me. And I have to remind myself that not everyone out there is like these people that I knew. There are people who generally do have my best interests in mind and who do care about it, and a lot of those are in FlaVR. And I am thankful for every single one of them. FlaVR came into my life at a time where I was not happy with who I used to be, who I was. I'm still not 100% happy with who I am. And it was Malone who taught me that you can be whatever you wanted to. And VTubing is the way to remake yourself. I need to embrace that one. I need to focus more on the character of Amanda Splatts. And I also need to focus more on the fact that I am Amanda Splatts. I do get that 2 chances to learn. Yeah. Speak up, you do whatever the hell you want. So you've been a homie for the longest time since okay. Like you and Kara and Grub. I know Grub was there at the very beginning. I remember Grub being there for the first stream. Because I'm like, who's this Grub guy? Why is his name a Grub? And then I got to know him through the FlaVR Discord. And just a real absolute homie to everyone. He's been sick for the longest time. So next time you see Grub go live, show him some love. It's probably one of the most underrated flavors. Like, I don't hear a lot of people talking about Grub. They absolutely should. Definitely want to, once things get straightened up around here, Grub, I definitely want to collab with you again. Absolutely. Just got to figure out what to do because, potato. Got a one-screen potato. But I can't be Manhera about that. I either got to plunk down more money so I can get a better rig, which I can't do right now. Or I just got to focus on what I can do. I can do Fire Pro. I can Zatsu. I can sing. I can write. And it's going back to my identity and my emotion. So, wanting people to enjoy me for me and not just for what I do. So I want to do what I love. And like I said, Fire Pro was a real boost to my Fire Pro. The fact that my first Fire Pro stream is by and far and away absolutely the most watched stream by a mile. And this was something I used to do for years all alone to entertain myself while I listened to the news or while I listened to Howard Stern or while I listened to CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or AP Radio News. I try to get, not getting political, I'm not. I don't like to talk about politics, I really don't. But I try to get my news from a wide variety of sources all across the spectrum and then just try to aggregate. But I would listen to the news or Stern or stand-up comedy and just sim out wrestling matches. Something I did, something I loved, all alone, being able to share that with the world, and people loving it back, loving me back. I think I'm not gonna. This isn't hyperbole, but I think Fire Pro saved the project. Fire Pro saved the Amanda Splatts project. And I'm happy to keep doing Desert Mid-South in the future. I want to keep singing. I want to keep writing. I want to keep doing Desert Mid-South. To be honest, your streams got me whether you give another go at streaming. Sunsoka, man, that is... I think that's... I think that's the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid to me, man. That I could inspire someone to want to try streaming themselves. That's one of the greatest compliments anyone's ever paid me. Thank you, Sunsoka. Thank you. From the bottom of my dead roadkill heart, man. It would be the greatest honor to see you given a shot, man. I would be happy to. If my work schedule allows me to, I would love to, man. I would love to check that out. Thank you, man. Thank you. That meant the world to me, man. Thank you. And I think that's... I did a stream a couple months ago about making new characters with AI. Using AI to make the art and the character profiles. I know it didn't follow the traditional flavor outline of them being actual flavors, FLAVORS. But I thought it circumvented that because I was focusing on the AI aspect of flavor, and they were AI pictures and AI generated characters. Like the art was AI from Bing, and the what generation was using, I believe. I think it was called Google Bard at the time. Now it's Google Gemini. So I thought that might be circumventing that, and it would if something like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, if flavor's still a thing, if VTubing is still a thing, if someone were to get inspired browsing through those Dead Sea Scrolls. Seeing one of the characters I put down and bringing them to life. Because I don't know. I don't know who put Amanda Splatts in those Dead Sea Scrolls. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know who created this character. But the character of Amanda Splatts is a lot different than what you see today. The 80s, it was an 80s anime girl with the Sailor Fuku. She was like a roadkill armadillo girl with the Sailor Fuku. And I'm like, that's interesting. I like the yellow and black color scheme. I like the roadkill thing. But that's not the kind of anime I want. I grew up on 90s anime. I grew up on stuff like Wicked City. And the Street Fighter anime and the Toshinden anime. Wrath of the Ninja, the Yotoden anime. Ninja Scrolls. The original Ghost in the Shell. The 90s anime boom. Like when Ghost in the Shell came out, back in the 90s. Anime immediately became the hottest thing. Snap my fingers, because I can't actually snap my fingers. And everyone was picking up every property they could to dub it or sub it. Like, whether it was good or whether it was garbage. That's why we got, like, Angel Cop. And Mad Bull 34. Stuff like that. But we also got stuff like Bubblegum Crisis. And we got stuff like Evangelion during that era. So I was not an 80s magical girl type. I'm into more 90s, darker, gorier, psychological stuff. And I'm like, hey, what if I created the 90s reboot of an 80s anime? And that's kind of what originally I was going to be called Amanda Splatts OVA and leave the original character there. But I went ahead and straight up claimed the Amanda Splatts name. So what you're seeing is like it's 85-90% original. You can be original in flavor though. You can be 100% original. Like people like Lulu Tiala or Grub or Chicken Champon. They 100% created their own characters and joined flavor, and that's cool. I'm like 85-90% original. To the point where, God forbid if I should ever leave flavor, I could continue with Sandra. You know what, while we're being 100% honest here, I'll go ahead and say it. The reason I pulled out San Ruby when I was because like I wasn't sure whether I wanted to stay in flavor or not. And San Ruby is a 100% original creation. So if I had to cut and run, I could have just had Amanda Splatts say goodbye and then continue with San Ruby. I'll be 100% honest, that's why she existed. But now I know I want to stay in flavor. I know 100% I want to stay in flavor. And I want to help flavor out. But San Ruby is now an integral part of Amanda Splatts' story. So having her pop up here and there now and then, it's still going to be permanent. It doesn't mean I'm thinking about leaving flavor. It doesn't mean I'm worried about my safety here or anything. It just means that she's got a part in the story still. And I want to work on that story. I do want to keep doing it. The number one thing that's keeping my soul going, even more than the singing, is the creative writing. And I want to do that more. I don't want to burn people, and I don't want to burn myself. But I do, like, I've already started, I've established most of the lore of how Amanda met San Ruby and everything, and how the desert is with General Bun Bun, Red Leg, and all of them. I've established most of that. Now it's time to actually start working on the story itself. So this week, Wednesday morning, Mega Man 2 and 3. Wednesday afternoon, 4 p.m., I'm going to be doing golf with Carter Malone. Sunday morning, we continue BlazBlue Central Fiction. I'm trying to finish BlazBlue Central Fiction in 4 installments. This will be the third one coming up. That's why I was keeping track of how many fights there are. I didn't look up any storyline stuff or spoilers. I just looked up who you fought and what fight you're supposed to win. Because there were a few fights that are automatic and they automatically stop. You're not supposed to win them. It's not like the other one where there were tons and tons of branching paths. This is one straight path that has a few sub-stories and side stories you can explore. But yeah, we're gonna do fights 13 through 20. No, fights 13 through 24, and then 25 through 36 on the next week. And I think that leaves 1 week open to do Darkest Dungeon before I start Stick of Truth in February. And then March, I don't know what I'll be doing in March for my long form story stream. But that is like, I have not put a graphic, I might put out a graphic tomorrow. Or maybe later, maybe I'll bring it up during the 17th stream. But the plan is, for now, obviously it can change. The plan is right now, Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday morning is a stream for me. Singing, creative writing, Desert Mid-South. Things that keep me going, things that speak to my soul, and that I would do alone, that I have done alone, even if people weren't watching. Wednesday afternoons will be a stream for you. Like more popular games, bigger games, goofy stuff, collabs and stuff. I know Wednesday's my dedicated, Malone has... I know Malone is gracious enough to keep that spot open for me. Should I want to collab? And I do. Always definitely Malone. My huge inspiration in doing this, actually pulling that trigger. And then Sunday mornings are going to be long form. With the long form story, like I was doing Weapons of Loathing, then Half Minute Hero, Darkest Dungeon, now BlazBlue Central Fiction. The long form, like where I go several hours. Because originally, when I started, I didn't think I could go several hours at a time. I was having aches, I was having problems, physical issues. My eyes were blurring and everything, going longer than 2 hours. And now I've been knocking out 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. I did a 10.5-hour stream before my Christmas hiatus of Vampire Survivors, just to go ahead and do all the Contra stuff. So I physically can do longer streams. And again, that goes to my work ethic. It goes to applying an old work ethic to a medium that doesn't really need it. Like, if you're a streamer and you're going for like 5 or 6 hours, like I think I was doing 7 hours of BlazBlue last Sunday. If you're a streamer and you're going those hours, it's okay, like every couple of hours, to take a quick break to stretch your legs. It's okay to take a piss. It's okay to grab a bite to eat or grab something to drink. People understand, like, most people aren't staying for the whole 7 to 10 hours. Most people are just dipping in for a bit and dipping out, or have it on the second screen shows. That's why I call you my second screen saints. Because even if you're not in the chat, even if you're not active, even if you just got me to listen to, this effing voice you're listening to, yeah, that warmed my heart too, man. But I found, like, I can take those breaks. I can mute for like 5 to 7 minutes. And I had a medical issue during or quote unquote, Sandra, we had a medical issue during her stream, her Who Killed Captain Alex and Cut Fury stream. And able to mute for a while and take care of that between the two movies. That's why the VOD was down for a while, if anyone didn't see on Twitter or anything. The VOD was down because there was like almost a half hour between the first and second because I had to take care of a physical issue. I had to get that. For anyone who's going back and watching over, using it as an actual thing, it was just easier to cut that whole block of time out. And I know VOD Gang is precious too. Like that's why I feel so stupid getting Minhera over the numbers. Because there was that one karaoke the last Splatter Day that had like 5 views. But like by the next morning, I had 22 views. Because people aren't, because then that was me being dumb. Expecting people to choose me over other things on a Saturday night. When it shouldn't matter when. It shouldn't matter, but in the end I did decide to cut out Splatter Day just because it's easier and more enriching for me to do streams on Sunday mornings than Saturday night and Sunday morning, so I can get that rest beforehand. Because I was literally sleeping. I'd have my rig sitting on my bed. I was sleeping in the cuck chair. I mean, my recliner. Getting like 2-3 hours between those streams, and it was just not working. So cutting out Saturday, Splatter Day, just let me focus on what I really want to do, which is Sunday. So yeah, Wednesday morning is the stream for me, singing, writing, fibro, being creative, etc. Wednesday afternoon is a stream for you, something more mainstream, something that might be more popular, get eyes on me. Sunday morning is long form Sundays, RPGs and stuff like that, doing BlazBlue right now. And Sunday evenings are going to be kind of a wild card slot. Find something weird, find something goofy, find something simple. And then, of course, number one priority over everything else is collabs. If someone's gonna put away their time to focus on my schedule, do a collab with me, I need to honor them like that. And I think it was getting Minhera about collabs too, because I wasn't getting collabs. Like, people weren't reaching out to collab with me during my first few months. I was starting to worry that maybe people didn't care. Malone was the only person reaching out. So I shot my shot. It was Mina Vanilla. She put out a notice that she wanted to collab with people since she moved recently to a different time slot. And I shot my shot. I said, hey, I'd like to collab. And months went by because she had to go on hiatus and I had to go on hiatus. Once we're both back to regular, we set up a class. So I shot my shot. I asked all of my mutuals that I could think of to stream in 1 week. And I was like, even 1 or 2 of them say yes, then else look at all of them said yes. I asked 6 people and 6 people said yes. I kind of screwed myself over. But it was the most exhilarating week, man. I still hold up the week that Amanda Splatts shot her shot as the best week of my streaming career so far. The week I shot my shot. And I want to do that more. I think the thing is, maybe that's my place in flavor. I'm not afraid to reach out to people. Like, some people haven't gotten back to me. Some people haven't wanted to collab. That's fine. But it seems that people just don't like to reach out. People are too scared to reach out, so they just don't collab. They just do their own thing. I obviously, as someone who collabed 6 times in 1 week, I obviously have no problem reaching out. So if that's my place in flavor, to reach out to people and get them on record, chill out with, even if it's just a simple Zatsu, like with Soren and Lulu, even if it's just something like that, then maybe that's my place. And I'm saving this conversation for the 17th, but also trying to figure out what my place is in FlaVR. It's not what I originally thought it was going to be. And what I want to do with the Amanda Splatts project now is not what I wanted to do 6 months ago. My focus has changed. And initially I got on myself about that because I thought it would mean that I am losing sight of what I really want to do. But I think maybe it's a good thing. Maybe the fact that my priorities are different now than they were 6 months ago goes to the fact that I'm changing and that I'm evolving. I'm starting to see things and I'm starting to get rid of old habits that I shouldn't have. I'm starting to grow and mature as a streamer. Some people never do that. Some people are just stuck in their ways for years at a time with the same old thing. Where if you look at where I am as opposed to 6 months ago, 6 months ago all I had was a simple background, just simple chat, and me and the attitude in the corner. I didn't even have backing vocals for my career karaoke. But now I've got a full thing, I've got a full background, I've got a schedule, professional looking thumbnails with Canva, professional looking art with the Bing AI. It's about evolving as a streamer and as a person. And that's why I feel like a lot of VTubers in general are just nervous about reaching out to do cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So maybe that's my place in FlaVR. Maybe that's my point. And if I haven't reached out to you, if I haven't talked about doing a collab, please blame my head and not my heart. Okay? I'm a wager. I'm middle management corpo, but I'm a wager. I don't have a lot of free time anymore. I still work at 50 hours or so a week. And it's just finding the time and finding the time to rest as well. Because that's another realization I've had to come to all these streams and everything. Like the week that I streamed 10 times in 1 week, I'm burning myself out because I didn't care about myself, because I didn't think it was important. Like if I go out and I burn out and I flame out, at least it'll be flaming out, and it won't be interesting. It won't be fun. I'm now at the point where I want to do this for the long haul. I don't think I'll ever make money off of this. I don't think I'll ever even get memberships or anything, subscriptions. It'd be nice, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I do want to do this for the long haul. And if I want to be around for a long time, if I want to watch the next generation of FlaVR roll in, I'm going to start taking care of myself better. Both physically and with the brain lumps, with them in here. So, FlaVR helps me want to be a better person. And I think that's the greatest compliment that I can give to my senpais, my guys, and all the great staff working there, guys like Fred, Mumbler. And that's the best compliment I can give them, is that I want to be a better person because they believe in me. So that's what the 17th is going to be about. The project is continuing. Absolutely, 100%. The project is continuing. If the other shoe drops with my parents, there may be a hiatus for a big long while. But barring that, the project is going to continue after the 17th. I am renewing it. It's going to look a lot different. And it's okay that it's going to look a lot different. Because I've become different. And that's not only okay, that's good. Oh my god, it's 11:30. You gotta be up at like 5 a.m. You know what? I kind of want to stay up a little bit to see how long it takes to summon this next spirit. There's like only like 2 left. I know we got the little toad feller. But you know what? It's mindfulness. It's mindfulness. As it is, I'm only gonna get like 5 hours of sleep. So we're just gonna cut it here. I'll easily unlock the next to last spirit overnight and then get the last one. So just for my health and for being ready in the morning, I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. I did not expect to go this deep or to go this hard. This is only supposed to be simply about revealing this show and this introducing prophets in the hobby usually makes that hobby work. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Choco. I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit, at least for yeah. I'm getting stressed from all sides. I don't need it from here too. I'm about to wrap up, man, because I'll get like 5 hours. The good thing about work is, if I know I'm gonna be dog tired, going in, if I know I'm not gonna be at my best, I can dictate certain things. So if I know going in, I'm not going to be at top, I can put it on other people and ask them to help me, and then help them out with that. Choco, as long as I'm being sappy and being honest and stuff here, I'm really happy you're here, Choco. I really am. I know you're going through some stuff right now that you're popping your head in to say hello. It really means a lot to me. I'm happy to see you around, and I look forward to when things get straightened out, man, so that you can keep on keeping on, kicking my butt in every single fighting game that we own mutually. And you know, Fire Pro has PvP, so you can keep my butt in that also. I actually played Fire Pro PvP. I told Joko, but I don't think I told anyone else. I played Fire Pro PvP. They have the PvP mode, and it's actually got, you know, each created character that they upload has stats, and you can set a maximum and a minimum stat level. So, like when I was fighting this guy, like I couldn't choose Pyramid Head or I couldn't choose Stone Cold or something because they were too powerful, too high leveled. But we went for like 7 or 8 different rounds, and I pulled out like Fortran and Fortran press start to Rich. And that's why I vague posted press start to Rich, because I actually found the guy. He was like some kind of wrestling promoter or something, doing like Mario Brothers wrestling stuff. It was actually kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I've been lurking for a while, just getting my I get you, Jogo. And that's another thing about the brainworms. I gotta kill off the brainworms. Is that not everyone talks during a stream. Like I've been in many Orca streams where I don't say a word, and I'm just enjoying the bear's company. I gotta watch more. I gotta watch more of my oshis, man. But now my oshis are in flavor. And that means I get to work with my oshis. And I know they say don't meet your heroes because they'll only let you down. But everyone I've met in flavor, not a single person has let me down yet. And that is the greatest feeling, man. That I know I can trust these people. So, I really got distracted, man. Okay, quick. No, I gotta go to bed, but I'm tempted to see if I have some of the next spirit yet. So yeah, quick rundown. I'm gonna wrap up in a couple minutes. Wednesday morning is stream for me, the creative stuff, writing, singing, Fire Pro. Wednesday evening is stream for you, something more popular, something more mainstream. Sunday morning is the RPG stuff, the long form Sunday, like Darkest Dungeon, Black Blue, Stick of Truth. Sunday evening is going to be my etc. other slot. Kind of like the Vinny, kind of like Vinny's Sunday stream, Vinny Vine Sauce. Yeah, Vinny Vine Sauce. Oh my God, Vinny is such a huge inspiration to me. Him and Joel, as they are older people, older gentlemen who have other pursuits as well that they're following, especially musical pursuits, but they've become institutions in and of themselves for how long they've been streaming. Like, I think that's what initially drew me to Crony, is that she was initially a lot like Vinny. I thought that was really cool. Jesus, the delay. Yeah, it's a 3D game, man. I had to set this to like 50% resolution just to get it to run. Like, even at 70% resolution, it wouldn't run. So blame the game. And again, for anyone who's interested in purchasing Spirit City lo-fi sessions, it's only $8 right now. $8, you're getting a ton of streamer free. Like, I haven't been dinged once for the music, and I've been going on for 3.5 hours. Whoa. This is supposed to be a 1 hour stream. I've been going for 3.5 hours. Maybe Satsui isn't as hard as I. But yeah, pick it up. It's got mindfulness tools. It's got lo-fi. It's got cute little creatures. It's got a to-do list. It's got a Pomodoro timer. It's got a habit timer. It's got journaling. It's a great tool, and I'm gonna keep using it. And I'm not just gonna keep using it for the cute animals and the lo-fi and looking at Amanda in the morning when I wake up. I'm gonna use it to try to help make myself a better person. On my front row, I've been editing Rust, so I have no idea how I actually played. Man, that was me back in the day. Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, PS2. There were 500 character slots. I made about 350 characters. There not going through any. Well, I. You should know me by now, Chuckle. I have a habit of worrying about things that I know I should. The brain worms, man. And that's why I thought this program might help with the brain worms, with the journaling and the habit tracker. Thought it might help with that while listening to these calm lo-fi beats. So yeah, QRD for this week, next week. This week is set in stone. Wednesday, 7 a.m. Mega Man 2 and 3. I might do 4 if I have time. But I do have tea time with Carmel on 4 p.m. doing golf with friends. I hope it can run. It does have a potato mode. If not, we'll just do it for the game. We'll look into the soundtrack. But yeah, it's if you're interested in the soundtrack, man, it's all streamer friendly. I've been playing it all day. It's all streamer friendly. And this Sunday morning is going to be BlazBlue Central Fiction, and Sunday afternoon is going to be what Splatter Day was going to be, which was Idle Showdown. Idle Showdown, working on Frontier mode, and maybe checking out a couple of the fighting games as well. And then next week, Friday, 2 p.m., the 6-month assessment of the Amanda Splatts project. Wednesday, I think I'm going to do writing. And I think for the afternoon, I'm interested in doing Helltaker and Waria. Because I think Helltaker's like not even an hour. And it's free. And then the sequel where you're like repairing stuff. Going like a couple of hours. Hell taker for sure. And then Friday afternoon, 2 p.m., get a very dry stream going over the future of the Amanda Splatts project. And then a fun stream later that day. And then Sunday will be Blaz Blue Central Fiction. Hopefully finishing up Blaz Blue Central Fiction that day. And then I'll pull something out of my ass for Sunday night. I know I got a lot to learn. I have not been trained to do anything like this. I'm not, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. Over the last 6 months, I have learned so much from other people at FlaVR. And from Pippa. And I want to pass that along. But I know I'm not smart enough or good enough yet to share advice or become a mentor to someone doing this. So all I can share is my experiences. And there have been some amazing experiences. And there's been some heartbreak too. But you know, man, that's life in a nutshell. It's just another night in the desert. Thank you for stopping by, Choco, Sensoka, Malone, Grub. My throat is so dry. I ran out of boba like 2-3 hours ago. But if I have another one, I know I'm gonna be wired. Because I rarely drink sugar. Yeah, rarely. Having the boba vanilla latte going and the snack, that was just about me trying to get comfy. And I think I should do that more often. Because obviously when I get comfy, my tongue loosens. And that's kind of what you need to do with Zatsu. And I think that's one of the greatest things I found out, like doing longer streams and doing Zatsus and stuff, is that I can do these things that I previously didn't think I could before. And finding out that I can go past my own limits, it's been great. It's been great. And I know if I'm gonna fall, that FlaVR's gonna be there to help pick me back up. Helltaker, yeah, Helltaker, I think it's only like a half hour. It's a puzzle game. Guys, we're sure that's the main screen. Thank you, Sensoka, but it's a short game, I think. Like, I'm a dum-dum, so it may take me longer, but I think it's not even an hour. Like, that's why this Wednesday morning I'm doing Mega Man 2 and 3. I don't know if I'll do any other games. I believe they're only an hour each, but I'm not good at video games, so it may take twice as long. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by and supporting me. Nicola, if you're out there, I hope things are okay. You know, come back when you're ready. We'll all be happy to have you, but don't feel like you have to come back before your time. And do your business, senpai. Everyone else, thank you for stopping by. I want to do this again. Now that I know that this will run smoothly enough, if I get it at a resolution, the 50% resolution, I want to do this again. I think this is officially... I'm sorry, Plastic Duck Simulator. I love Plastic Duck Simulator. I love all my ducks. But I think this is officially replaced because you can actually do something that's actually has tools as well, and the lo-fi beats. And do this again sometime soon, man. Thanks for putting up with me. And since I'm getting up early on Wednesday to do Mega Man, probably not gonna Zatsu Tuesday night. So I'll see you then. Thank you very much. I am your faithful Amanda Splatts. Good night. let it play out a little bit.